Sodexo would like to invite you to a new dining experience on the beautiful campus of Henderson State University. Come dine with us in our new dining hall or retail locations including Starbucks, perfect for your break times. Grab a quick lunch at Chick-fil-A where it's always a pleasure to serve you, and check out the all-new Reddie Grill. Fresh ingredients made to order and certain to put you in that Reddie spirit. Sodexo, encouraging you to eat well, live ready.
Henderson State Sports is brought to you on the Arkansas Rocks Radio Network, KDEL 100.9 FM and KVRC 1340 AM Arkadelphia, KZYP 1310 AM and K281CK 104.1 Malvern, KWPS 99.7 FM Cattle Valley Hot Springs, and KYXK 106.9 FM Gurdon.
The Henderson State Sports Network proudly presents Reddie Football. Henderson State Reddie Football is on the air. Reddie Football is brought to you by Pepsi, Southern Bancorp, The Reddie Bookstore, Arkansas Beverage Sales, Southwest Auto Collection, Crylight, Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, Chicken Express, State Farm Insurance Agent Heather Powell, Brookshire's, Hampton Inn, Sodexo. Reddie's Football also brought to you by Harbor House Incorporated, Baptist Health, Domino's, Hostess Brands, Print Mania, Arkadelphia Dental Care, SCM Architects, Twin Rivers Rehabilitation and Healthcare, Java Primo, Bluebird Real Estate, and Wendy's. The Henderson State Sports Network is live and on location across the Great American Conference. And now it's time for the Domino's pregame show. Let's head to the booth for today's broadcast with the voice of the Reddies, Blake Smith.
And a very pleasant good afternoon to you, wherever you may be, however you may be. Thanks for making us part of this Saturday, October 26th. After a heartbreaking loss on the road last week, the Henderson State Reddies return for homecoming and hope to get back on the right track. Their opponent today, the Boll Weevils, University of Arkansas at Monticello. Welcome in once again, folks. Blake Smith, Troy Mitchell joining you here from Carpenter-Haygood Stadium. Welcome into the Domino's pregame show. Domino's Pizza is a proud sponsor of Henderson State Athletics. Pick up a pizza at 1412 Pine Street, Arkadelphia, or for delivery, call 870-246-3131. And Troy, the best thing to do about the game last week is just flush it and focus on today.
Well, there's no better way to get you excited again after a tough loss than homecoming. I mean, everybody's excited. The whole events that went on all through campus, the guys want to perform well in front of all the alumni, and you can finish out strong, win the next three. The good thing is 3 of your next 4 are at home, and playing in front of the home crowd is always exciting, especially at homecoming.
3 very winnable games coming up in those last 4 that we've got coming here, and the Reddies have some work to do defensively. And if I'm UAM, I'm coming in having broken a 4-game losing streak with a win against Arkansas Tech last week, and they feel like there's a lot of momentum shifting their way.
Yeah, and the run game, Brown has just done a phenomenal job, over 200 yards rushing last week against Arkansas Tech, and that's the guy they're going to have to stop. Got a key on him. Now Brown has a couple receivers, but it's his motivation, his running game, and his option that makes him dangerous.
Really going to have to make sure that you limit his production, and that really has always been the key since he has stepped on campus at Monticello.
He's been around since Free Willie Zamino. I think he's been there 7 years now, so this is his last hurrah. And wanting to beat Henderson State, that's what he's wanting to do because he's never beaten them. I mean, Arkansas-Monticello last beat the Reddies back in 2018, so that's one goal I'm sure he has on his bucket list is to beat the Reddies in his final appearance of the year.
Reddies come in 5-2 on the season. UAM currently 3-4 as we start the home stretch in the GAC, and we can't go without mentioning that the standings have been totally upended with Ouachita's win over Harding last week. The Tigers now in the driver's seat to get that GAC championship, and what you would assume would be the only situation in which the GAC could get 2 teams into the playoff.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt that both Ouachita and Harding will be in the playoffs. Ouachita, I think they'll run the table, and I'm saying run the table until they get here. you throw everything out the window when the Reddies and the Tigers meet. But I think they can run the table. They'll come in here 10-0, and regardless of what happens, they're going to be in the playoffs. Harding, their last tough game is today against Southern Arkansas, the two top teams there offensively in the conference. And I think Harding, Harding is going to pick up after last week's loss and just roll. So I look for both those teams to make the playoffs, and odds are they'll probably have to face each other again somewhere in the playoffs.
That matchup of Harding and Southern Arkansas, one of 5 top 20 matchups in Division II today, and it is going to be some very interesting ones. 3 of those 5 games involve teams in our super region, and so it is just going to be a bloodbath. And honestly, probably if we had to guess, 5 of the 6 teams in our super region that are going to, or 5 of the 7 teams rather, with that 7th spot kind of up for grabs, be playing each other. You circle that Grand Valley Ferris State game. You talk about Harding, Southern Arkansas, Central Oklahoma, and Pitt State. I mean, you talk about this region just always being a killer, and this weekend especially. Yeah,
and we're saying we're going to see a lot of matchups again down the road in the playoffs, and that loss that Harding had to Ouachita, that may just propel them again and get them going. And I look for Harding to be right there when it's all over with.
It'll be a fun one here in Arkadelphia today. That's the one we'll focus on. We'll come back after this timeout and take you through the GAC Rewind as we get you prepared for this week in the GAC. Back with that segment after this. It's Reddie Football on the Henderson State Sports Network.
Hey, future Reddies. Are you interested in a career in business? Henderson State University offers bachelor's and master's degrees in business administration and certificates in analytics, marketing and communications, and nonprofit management. Visit hsu.edu/degrees to see the full list of degree opportunities. We are here to help you be ready for what's next. Contact us at admissions@hsu.edu or visit hsu.edu/reddies to apply today or schedule a campus visit.
Do you have an idea that you'd like to see on a t-shirt? Printmania can help you turn your idea into a reality. Printmania offers a variety of t-shirts for you to choose from. We also have personalized service, which will allow you to work with an artist who will help you create your t-shirt. Printmania also does embroidery and engraving. Come visit us at 624 Main Street in Arkadelphia or call 870-246-3803. Printmania, proud supporters of Henderson State University.
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dreams. Wherever you are in your wealth building journey, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Proud supporter of the Henderson Reddies. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Apparently, you've been ordering Domino's new bread twists as a decoy to keep others away from your pizza. Only you suddenly wanted more bread twists for yourself. There are worse things than choosing between either pizza or warm dunkable bread twists in flavors like Parmesan, garlic, and cinnamon, like deciding between going to the dentist or DMV. So when it comes to giving you the best tasting problem you've ever had, sorry, you're welcome.
Order any 2 or more of Domino's new bread twists or medium 2-topping pizzas for $5.99 each. 2-item minimum. Handmade pan pizzas may be extra. You must ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, delivery area, and charges may vary.
This is the Week 7 GAC Rewind. In what was the game of the week across all of Division II, Ouachita defeated Harding 17-13. The Ouachita defense was able to slow down the Bison's offense, holding their potent rushing attack to 218 yards, which was 242 below their season average. Senior linebacker Dawson Miller led the way with 16 tackles and a fumble recovery. The Ouachita offense scored more points than the rest of Harding's opponents combined, led by Kendall Gibbons with 13 carries and a touchdown, and Connor Flanagan with 5 receptions for 62 yards and a passing touchdown to quarterback Eli Livingston. Here's the call of that eventual game winner from Flanagan to Livingston from Rex Nelson of the Ouachita Football Network.
3rd and goal, Ouachita from the Harding 4-yard line. Backs on either side of Eli Livingston. Livingston, they're going to let Connor Flanagan throw it back. Touchdown! He gave it to Flanagan, and then Flanagan threw it back to Livingston. Flanagan plus Livingston equals 6 points, and that equals Washington's first lead of the game.
Southern Arkansas defeated Henderson State 42-19 in El Dorado in the Murphy Classic. SAU quarterback Judd Barton led the Mule Rider offense with 284 total yards and 3 rushing touchdowns. Caden Roach also added 11 carries for 77 yards and 2 touchdowns of his own. The defense was led by defensive end Dawson Scott, who provided 10 tackles, 2.5 tackles for loss, and 1.5 sacks. Reddie quarterback Andrew Edwards had an impressive day, going 26 of 38 for 275 yards in a losing effort. Here's the call of one of Barton's touchdowns for SAU from Dan Gregory of the Mule Rider Sports Network.
Kendall Reed in a tight end, shifts from right to left. Handoff, that's Arkansas-Gomez, quarterback keep. Judd Barton takes off. He's at the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. He's in. Touchdown, Southern Arkansas. Judd Barton. Another outstanding fake from Judd Barton, goes 59 yards for the score.
Southeastern jumped out to a 27-0 lead in the first half on its way to a 40-14 win versus Southern Nazarene. The Savage Storm had 357 yards rushing, including 131 from DJ Brown, who eclipsed the 100-yard mark for the second time this season. The Savage Storm defense held the Crimson Storms to a season low in yards allowed. For Southern Nazarene, Elijah Simmons led the way defensively with 10 total tackles, and Aaron Randall recovered a fumble. Here's DJ Brown's second rushing touchdown of the game for Southeastern, which was a career long, as called by Jay Lindley of the Southeastern Sports Network.
As Asa Robertson in the left slot, they'll hand off DJ Brown, big running room over the 40, hurdles a man, 45, into Storm territory, breaks the 45, foot races on, 25, 15, 10, 5, end zone. DJ Brown from 66 yards out, he scores his second rushing score of the year, and it's a new career long for DJ Brown.
East Central defeated Northwestern 20-14. Quarterback Sergio Kennedy was 19 of 32 for 179 yards and a touchdown. Cade Searcy added 48 yards and a touchdown on the ground for the Tigers. Malinsky Desire added 5 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and a sack for East Central. Cameron Lee had a strong day for the Rangers on the defensive side of the ball, providing 4 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and a sack. Here's Mike Manos of 105.5 The X Factor with the call of Searcy's touchdown for East Central.
Only 8:30 to go in the third quarter. I still think this might be 4-down territory if they get stopped here. But Cade Searcy instead goes left to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
UAM quarterback DeMylan Brown rushed for 204 yards and 2 touchdowns as the Boll Weevils defeated Arkansas Tech 24-13. UAM jumped out to a 14-0 lead and held on late, getting a 45-yard field goal from Dylan Duhan with 2:25 left in the game to set the final score. Robert Iverson Jr. led all players with 14 total tackles, including 3 tackles for loss and a sack. Tech quarterback Ethan Everson completed 23 of 43 passes for 207 yards with 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Here's DeMylan Brown's first rushing touchdown of the game, as called by UAM play-by-play voice Jimmy Sledge.
On first down, DeMayan's going to keep it himself. Quarterback keeper at the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Boll Weevils. DeMayan Brown from 37 yards out on the quarterback keeper puts UAM on the board first.
Oklahoma Baptist scored 21 second quarter points on its way to a 35-17 win over SWOSU. Bison quarterback Kenny Rosenthal threw for 203 yards and 4 touchdowns, including 2 scoring strikes to Darius Melton. KJ Price Jr. led the Bison defense with 13 total tackles, and Michael Grandy had 1 interception. SWOSU quarterback Kai Coons threw for 115 yards and rushed for 82 in the loss. Keyshawn Jackson led the Bulldog defense with 14 total tackles. Here's the play of the game, the second Rosenthal to Melton touchdown connection of the day. That's called by Todd Miller of the Bison Sports Network.
Kenny Rosenthal out of the gun. Kenny's been good tonight passing. He's 6 of 6 for 123 yards. He drops, he looks, he throws deep right. Now the receiver open, that's Melton. He ripped it away from the defender, and he's off for the touchdown. Holy Toledo, Darius Melton. The ball was slightly underthrown, and he took it away from Zaven Cox, and once he got the possession of the football, he went uncontested the other 20 yards for the score, and it is a hat trick tonight for the former Knight from UCF.
This week in the Great American Conference, all afternoon kickoffs. Arkansas-Monticello at Henderson with a 1 o'clock kickoff, and there are 4 2 o'clock kickoffs. Oklahoma Baptist at Northwestern, East Central at Southern Nazarene, Ouachita at Arkansas Tech, and Southeastern Oklahoma State at SWOSU. A top 25 matchup kicks off at 3 o'clock with Southern Arkansas traveling to Searcy to play Harding. This has been the Week 7 GAC Rewind.
When a patient rings the bell after completing cancer treatment, we celebrate one more step toward healing. And with the new UAMS Baptist Health Cancer Center, we celebrate the trusted choice in cancer care. The two greatest healthcare forces in Arkansas have come together to deliver second-to-none treatments with the latest technology, all in celebration of you. Learn more at baptist-healthcancercenter.com. Baptist Health, for you, for life.
We've invented a new messaging system using the crisp sounds of Bud Light. Crisp code, lesson 86. This is how you say, gee willikers, it's a hot one. Let's cool down with some Bud Lights. And that's it for today. Bud Light, crisp.
Enjoy responsibly. Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey, cheesy, crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Picture this. It's Monday afternoon and you're at Domino's buying a large 3-topping pizza. You give the Domino's employee $7.99 plus tax, of course. Now, picture this. It's Friday and you're at Domino's buying a large 3-topping pizza. You give the Domino's employee more than you paid Monday. You feel bamboozled. But then, you hear this.
Domino's is now extending its $7.99 large 3-topping carryout deal to all day, every day.
And so you danced and ate Domino's. Carryout only. Must ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, and charges may vary.
Welcome back into the Domino's pregame show. It's now time to preview this week 8 in the GAC with Troy's Takes. We are the only 1 o'clock kickoff, so we'll save that one for the end. 2 o'clock kickoff in Alva as Oklahoma Baptist looks to win their second consecutive game as they head on the road to face the Rangers in a series they lead all time 10-4-2, including a 28-7 victory last season.
Well, this is a battle. Oklahoma Baptist ranks last in the GAC in scoring defense, while Northwestern Oklahoma is last in scoring offense. So who's going to pull this one out? Well, I think there's going to be a little bit of scoring. I like Oklahoma Baptist. I got too many more weapons than Northwestern Oklahoma. I like Oklahoma Baptist 28-17.
Still one of their longest trips of the season, but I think the Bison are going to take care of business in this one. I think Northwestern will make it close for about a quarter, maybe a half, and then the Bison will make some adjustments and pull away late. I'll go 35-17. Ouachita Baptist at Arkansas Tech. Big day at Arkansas Tech. They've got their Athletic Hall of Fame induction last night. They'll introduce them today. Ouachita has there's probably their toughest game left on the schedule until they come here. A series that Arkansas Tech actually leads all time, 44-36-7, the record. Ouachita just a 7-point win last year, 31-24.
Ouachita riding high after last week's win, and you might think the Tigers may have a little bit of a letdown, but I don't think so. Not with Eli Livingston at the helm. Livingston leading the GAC and ranks 11th nationally in passing efficiency with a QB rating of 165.6. Also leads the league in several other categories. And then their defense, Mickey Gonzalez, one of the best in tackles for loss. He's going to pace that defense, going to give all kinds of troubles for the Arkansas Tech quarterbacks, which used 3 quarterbacks last week. I think that's going to be a problem for them. I think Ouachita is just going to roll in this one. I think they're going to win 47-10.
Arkansas Tech started out the season hot. They have cooled off significantly since then. Although they've kind of bounced back and forth, and they sit at 4-3. Ouachita obviously at 7-0. I think Tech is still probably a year away, and like you alluded to, the quarterback situation has got to be solved if they want to be competitive in this league.
Yeah, I just think Ouachita is going to roll today because they know what's in front of them, and they're looking to run the table and be maybe the top seed in the region.
Got to go take care of business if they want that bye. 2 o'clock kickoff in Weatherford as southeastern Oklahoma heads across I-40 to Southwestern. A series that the Savage Storm lead all-time 50, 38, and 3, including a 32-13 win last season.
Well, Southeastern, no doubt, is the best of the 6 teams from the Sooner State. Among the Oklahoma 6, the Storm tops in every offensive and defensive category. Southeastern has won 4 of its last 5 games, including 3 games versus their in-state foes. Southeastern takes this one 31-17.
Southwestern's better, but how much better are they is the question. Southeastern, probably a bit of an underachiever this year at 4-3. They have won 2 games in a row, however, and have a majority of the hard part of their schedule over with. So they could finish up the year with only 3 or 4 losses, depending on how things go. I don't think Southwestern quite has what it takes to stop that from happening today. Southwestern's lost 3 in a row coming into today's game. Southeastern's going to roll. I'm with you. East Central is at Southern Nazarene, 2 o'clock in Bethany. East Central leads the all-time series 9-3, but Southern Nazarene has the edge from last season's game, a 27-13 win in Ada.
Southern Nazarene, bottom of the league in every statistical category. East Central isn't much better, to be honest with you, but the Tigers have more depth. I think a little revenge. I see East Central. East Central has won 2 of its last 3 games, and they now face a winless Southern Nazarene team. The Tigers 35-13 over the Crimson Storm.
Yeah, Southern Nazarene is not a good football team. Unfortunately, they probably don't have another even close to winnable game on the season. They've already played Northwestern and Southwestern. It's just one of those where it's just bad timing, bad scheduling, and so, yeah, East Central's going to roll. Yeah. I'm afraid. 3 o'clock kickoff in Searcy. It's homecoming at Harding as they get ready to take on Southern Arkansas, who is riding high after a dismantling of the Reddies last week. Mule Riders have won 4 consecutive games. Harding leads this overall series 31-27-1, including a 54-20 shellacking in Magnolia last year.
Well, game features 2 of the top scoring offenses in the GAC. Harding's defense allows just 125 yards and 4.5 points per game. The question will be, will Southern Arkansas slow down the Harding ground game, and can the Bison contain SAU's passing offense? Harding, that time of possession thing, they always control that. Second in Division II. Most of you may think that this game will be close, but having its win streak snapped and playing at home for homecoming, Harding will run past the Mule Riders 40-14.
This one's going to be ugly. I have a bad feeling.
Yeah.
Harding's defense is good. Now they've got a week to prepare for a much more pass-heavy offense. They can stop that little speed option that Judd Barton likes to run with his running backs out of the shotgun, and they know that they still have a lot to prove to make sure that that playoff spot is all but clinched. Harding rolls today. I don't even want to hazard a guess at the score. I know my dad's going to be at that game. I have a feeling he's going to not be there for the duration.
I agree.
And then finally, 1 o'clock kickoff here in Arkadelphia. Reddies looking to bounce back from last week's loss, take on Arkansas-Monticello, riding high after breaking a 4-game losing streak last week. The Reddies have dominated this all-time series, 52 wins, 31 losses, 2 ties, including a 42-14 win in Monticello last year.
Well, this is Coach Holworth's test, to be honest with you. He has got to get the Reddies to bounce back. Basically, playoffs not going to happen. You know, they're going to have to roll. Can he get them up for the last 4 games? I don't think it's a problem. You're at homecoming. It's alumni weekend. Everybody here, they're wanting to perform well in front of the home crowd. I think the Reddies roll. I think Andrew Edwards is going to spin it well tonight. I think we're going to run the ball. I think we're going to total 500 yards of offense. I think the Reddies will roll 42-14.
I hope you're right. I hope that we get the ball first have one of those situations we had against Oklahoma Baptist, maybe where we take the opening kickoff back and score something like that that's really going to jumpstart this Reddie offense. Let the defense prove that last week was a fluke, that they are much better at containing the run game than they were last week, and still got some new-ish receivers trying to make a mark in this offense, and we'll see if one of them can have a big coming-out party today.
I think the Reddies will be ready to play. I mean, I'm just watching them in warm-ups, and there's a lot of pump in their step. You know, you could be down and everything, but no, you can see them jumping around and everything. Just the atmosphere and everything, being back at home on campus, that has a lot to do with it. I don't care what your record is. Playing at home and, you know, you got a good – this is a chance for Coach Holdsworth in his first year. This would secure a winning season, a win today.
Absolutely. Well, we'll see what today brings all across the league. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with much more as the Domino's pregame show continues next on the Henderson State Sports Network.
For Henderson State Reddie apparel and souvenirs, stop by the Reddie Bookstore, located on the HSU campus in the Garrison Center. Open before every game, you can also purchase apparel and gift items under the Reddie Bookstore tent during the game. The Reddie Bookstore is open 8 to 5 Monday through Thursday and 8 to 4 on Friday. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Reddie Bookstore or online at www.reddiebookstore.com. Reddie Bookstore, proud supporters of Henderson State Athletics.
It's time to play Perfect Food Pairings, brought to you by Mountain Dew. Contestants, are you ready?
Ready?
Oh, yeah. Yep. For $500, this dish pairs perfectly with the bold citrus kick of Mountain Dew and is typically eaten with your hands.
Street tacos.
Sorry, that is not the answer we're looking for.
Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Sorry, that is also not the answer.
What the heck?
Is it chicken wings? Can you be more specific?
Boneless chicken wings.
Close.
Boneless chicken wings with smoky chipotle sauce.
Correct. You just won $500.
What? Wait a second.
Yeah, hold on. Mountain Dew pairs perfectly with street tacos.
Uh-huh.
Why wasn't that correct?
And Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Yeah.
I just had some with an ice cold Mountain Dew.
The indescribable flavor of Mountain Dew pairs with way more than chicken wings.
Who wrote these questions?
Who wrote these answers?
If we could move on to the next question.
Let's just split the $500 three ways.
3 does not go into 500.
This show is so lame.
This show is not lame.
Yeah, you're lame.
Lame.
Who are you calling lame?
Calling you lame, Mr. Lame-o, 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 lame.
Nothing pairs perfectly with food like Mountain Dew. Do the Dew.
Brookshire's proudly supports the Henderson State Reddies football team. At Brookshire's, you can save on fuel or groceries with your points, where every dollar you spend earns you 1 point. Plus, score big with meat that is cut fresh daily, and enjoy lower prices on the freshest produce. In a hurry? Let us do the shopping for you with our convenient curbside online ordering and pickup. Visit Brookshires.com to place your order today. Brookshire's, your ultimate tailgating destination. Go Reddies and go Brookshire's.
Welcome back into the Domino's pregame show. Blake Smith here with you. It's now time for today's Wendy's weather forecast. Wendy's is a proud sponsor of Henderson State Athletics. Stop by their new location at 3130 Pine Street in Arkadelphia or give them a call 870-246-5077. Wendy's, deliciously different. Mostly cloudy skies here in Arkadelphia. The sun trying to poke through and break some of these clouds up. We had spattering of rain this morning, but nothing even to saturate the ground. It's going to be a clean day in terms of precipitation. 78 degrees, will be up to 80 at kickoff today. Winds coming out of the northeast at 6 miles an hour, gusting up to 13 miles an hour. And there is not much, if any, chance of rain now based on what we have seen on the radar. So the only difference, a little bit cloudy, some dark-ish clouds hanging pretty low. Those don't have much, if anything, in them. So we should be in good shape weather-wise today. You can see that wind gusting. It's going to be swirling all over the place. Right now it's blowing left to right as we go back down toward the south end zone. We'll see if that has any effect on the kicking game or wrong which side that they decide to choose. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. David Sally sits down with Greg Holsworth next in our Coach's Corner here on the Henderson State Sports Network.
Picture this. It's Monday afternoon and you're at Domino's buying a large 3-topping pizza. You give the Domino's employee $7.99 plus tax, of course. Now, picture this. It's Friday and you're at Domino's buying a large 3-topping pizza. You give the Domino's employee more than you paid Monday. You feel bamboozled. But then you hear this.
Domino's is now extending its $7.99 large 3-topping carryout deal to all day, every day.
And so you danced and ate Domino's. Carry out only. You must ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, and charges may vary.
Java Primo, where amazing coffee is just the beginning. Visit Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia, on Central Avenue in Hot Springs, and on the Square in Magnolia. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, gifts, or desserts, Java Primo has something amazing for everyone. Shop for gifts and gift cards for your favorite Reddie online 24/7 at javaprimo.com.
Sodexo would like to invite you to a new dining experience on the beautiful campus of Henderson State University. Come dine with us in our new dining hall or retail locations, including Starbucks, perfect for your break times. Grab a quick lunch at Chick-fil-A, where it's always a pleasure to serve you, and check out the all-new Reddie Grill. Fresh ingredients made to order and certain to put you in that Reddie spirit. Sodexo, encouraging you to eat well, live ready.
Hi, I'm Sadie, student and team leader.
And I'm Lauren, student and agriculturalist.
When we rise above alcohol and drugs, we reach for, expect, achieve, and accomplish more.
The minute we think about using alcohol or drugs, we lower our chance of living our best life. When we rise above, we respect ourselves and lead by example.
Being drug and alcohol free has always been the best way to be.
Let's do this.
Join the RAD movement
and challenge yourself to rise above alcohol and drugs.
This message brought to you by Ouachita Children, Youth, and Family Services Prevention Program.
Welcome back to the Domino's pregame show. It's now time for our Coach's Corner segment, sponsored by Brookshire's. We're joined now by head coach Greg Holsworth. Coach, it was a tough result for you guys on Saturday against Southern Arkansas. I know that's not the way you guys wanted for it to go. The Reddies fall 42-19 in the Murphy USA Classic. Disappointing for you and the team, I know. But what's the mindset been like this week as you now enter homecoming week? You've got another opportunity this Saturday against UAM. They're going to come in here after their best win of the season. They're going to think they can win. What's kind of been your message to the guys this week as you look to bounce back on Saturday?
Turning the page and controlling what we can control. We can control our effort. We control our discipline. I think a big reason that, Saturday went the way it did, we didn't play as disciplined as we needed to play, and that's just the candid truth, and our guys recognize that, and there's an element that certainly falls on us as coaches that we've got to draw that out. And so we have looked inward and we've challenged ourselves as coaches. We've challenged each other as players to make sure that we put a product on the field that really symbolizes what we're capable of doing. And so we've turned the page. We've worked hard every day, and we've worked on doing our job, play in and play out. And I think that's going to show off on Saturday.
𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗦𝗖𝗥𝗓𝗏 Brown, quarterback for UAM, comes in here on Saturday. One of the better athletes in the conference. I think most people would say he's the best dual-threat quarterback in the conference in terms of really being able to run the ball as well as throw it. One of the things that I thought hurt you guys on Saturday against SAU was just that quarterback run. Judd Barton on the quarterback pull a couple times was able to break free. I think he had about 160 yards rushing. 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗦𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Tech. How do you shore that up facing a guy like this this Saturday?
Well, we've emphasized, like I mentioned before, playing assignment football, and some of those, and no doubt, Judd Barton did a great job on Saturday against us. Some of those things we gave to him by, not playing our assignment. When you've got to sit on the QB, you've got to sit on the QB. And so that's something that we've harped, been really, really critical of this week, is doing our job. Okay, when you do your job, you give yourself a chance to be successful. And that's what we've worked on, from the beginning, in terms of every look they can give us schematically, making sure that we've got guys in the right spot, playing hard. And then effort can make up a lot of things too. Sometimes guys are going to miss tackles, but on defense you got to swarm, get to the football, and get the football out. And so those are two things we've stressed, is even if you don't play perfect, get to that football, pursue, and it can fix a lot of mistakes. So on defense, you can outrun some mistakes sometimes when you play hard.
I think one of the things people think about Henderson State football when they visualize the Reddies is kind of the passing attack, right? That's been something Henderson State's been known for. Passing game was good on Saturday. It's been good all season. But in the games where y'all have struggled this year, it's been where you haven't been able to run the ball. And that's something Henderson State has traditionally done well, too. You know, when the Reddies have been balanced, they've been really hard to stop. It was kind of a struggle to run the ball on Saturday. Obviously, it was a struggle earlier in the loss to Harding this season. What's the key to getting the running game going this Saturday against UAM? Because, again, when you guys are at your best, at least in my estimation, it seems like they're running the ball well.
I think it's a mentality. Physicality is a mentality, how you approach the game and in your effort. I know our O-line can do it, and we've shown it. As you've mentioned, you know, in our wins, we've ran the ball extremely well. And so we have to make the decision that we are going to run the ball and we're going to run it well. And I think that starts up front, how you set the tone. You know, and that's what our expectation is this Saturday. You know, we're not going to be just a team that lines up and airs it out. In fact, I would rather that we run the ball and establish the run and then use the run to open up the passing lanes. We have a talented quarterback. We have talented wide receivers. That's not to take away from them, but it's a mentality in how we play football. And so, you know, to answer your question simply, David, it's a mentality, and we choose to do it.
Coach, we're looking forward to it on Saturday. Should be a great day. Big crowd for homecoming. Best of luck against the Boll Weevils.
Thank you, sir.
That was our Coach's Corner segment, sponsored by Brookshire's. We'll be right back with much more here on the Domino's pregame show and the Henderson State Sports Network.
Brookshire's proudly supports the Henderson State Reddies football team. At Brookshire's, you can save on fuel or groceries with your points, where every dollar you spend earns you 1 point. Plus, score big with meat that is cut fresh daily and enjoy lower prices on the freshest produce. In a hurry? Let us do the shopping for you with our convenient curbside online ordering and pickup. Visit Brookshires.com to place your order today. Brookshires, your ultimate tailgating destination. Go Reddies and go Brookshires.
SCM Architects have been serving Henderson State University for over 20 years. You'll recognize the firm's work on campus in the design of the dining hall, the Charles Dunn Student Recreation Center, Sturgis Honors Hall, and East and West Residence Hall. This year, SCM Architects have been privileged to work on the new Charles and Anita Cabe Student Athlete Success Center and the restoration of the historic Captain Henderson House. Learn more about the firm's higher education, commercial interior design, historic preservation, and master planning projects at scmarchitects.com.
Apparently, you've been ordering Domino's new bread twists as a decoy to keep others away from your pizza. Only you suddenly wanted more bread twists for yourself. There are worse things than choosing between either pizza or warm dunkable bread twists in flavors like Parmesan, garlic, and cinnamon, like deciding between going to the dentist or DMV. So when it comes to giving you the best tasting problem you've ever had, sorry, you're welcome.
Order any 2 or more of Domino's new bread twists or medium 2-topping pizzas for $5.99 each. 2-item minimum. Handmade pan pizzas may be extra. You must ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, delivery area, and charges may vary.
The Southwest Auto Collection in Arkadelphia is a proud sponsor of Henderson State Athletics. We offer the best American-made vehicles: Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. We have the largest selection and lowest prices, and we're the only dealer who give you tires for life with every new car you purchase. Come see the Southwest Auto Collection at 10th Street in Arkadelphia, or go online at idriveswa.com. The Southwest Auto Collection in Arkadelphia.
Welcome back into the Domino's pregame show, live from the broadcast booth here at Carpenter Haygood Stadium. We are ready to take you through today's starting lineups. First, for the Boll Weevils from the University of Arkansas at Monticello, 3-4 on the season, coached by Hud Jackson, 47-92 in his 12th season as the head coach in Monticello. Last time they won against the Reddies, November 3rd, 2018. It was a 7-point victory. Defensively for the Boll Weevils, looks like this. Defensive end 0, Alfrey Hankins, 6'1", 230, a senior from Charleston, Mississippi. Tackles 8, Keith Wells Jr., 6'1", 250, a senior from Monticello. And the nose, number 26, Christopher Brown, 6'2", 280, a junior from McDonough, Georgia. That buck edge rusher position, 48, Tavante Bond, 6'2", 235, a senior from Starkville, Mississippi. Their linebackers, number 3, Robert Iverson, 6'2", 210, a junior from New Manchester, Georgia. Number 31, Lawan Powell, 6'1", 230, a graduate from East St. Louis, Illinois. And number 7, Irvin Jones, 6'2", 225, a sophomore from Hammond, Louisiana. Your safeties are number 2, Taylor Collins, 5'11", 175, a sophomore from Allen, Texas. And number 24, Robert Jones, 6'1", 180, a junior from Redding, California. And the corners, number 1, Aries Jones, 6'1", 180, a freshman from Sherman, Texas. And number 25, TJ Jasper, 6'1", 180, a sophomore from Sherwood. Offensively for the Bull Weevils, left tackle 75, Kendall Walker, 6'4", 270, a senior from Cutoff, Louisiana. Left guard is 65, Darius Franklin, 6'1", 275, a junior from Pensacola, Florida. The center is number 55, Deshaun Leonard, 6'1", 315, a junior from Commerce, Texas. From Clinton, Mississippi. Right guard is 62, Anton Stapleton, 6'2", 310, junior from Commerce, Texas. And the right tackle, 56, Ryan Williams, 6'3", 295, a senior from Haven, Kansas. Receivers for the Bull Weevils, 19, Jordan Mansfield, 6'3", 180, a senior from Bastrop, Louisiana. Number 10, Isaiah Cross, 6'1", 170, a senior from Texarkana, Texas. Number 9, Royal Williams, 5'9", 165, a freshman from Houma, Louisiana. And number 4, Ladarius Fair, 6'2", 195, a junior from DeSoto, Texas. The tight end is 89, Cody Loop, 6'2", 235, a freshman from Brusly, Louisiana. Starting running back, 37, Glenn Cage, 6 foot, 200-pound sophomore from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And the starting quarterback, number 3, Demylan Brown, 6'2", 210, a super senior from Luxora, Arkansas. He is both the leading passer with 1,107 yards and the leading rusher with 481 yards. 5 passing touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 6 rushing touchdowns on the season for Demylan Brown. For the Henderson State Reddies, 5-2, led by Coach Greg Holsworth in his first season as the head coach of the Reddies. They will start defensively. It looks like this. Left end, number 8, Jacoby Shell, 6'2", 243, a redshirt sophomore from Forest City. The nose guard, 94, Jalen Coopwood, 5'11", 315, redshirt junior from Crawfordsville. The right end is 44, Trenton Moore, 6'2", 230, a senior from Tomball, Texas. Starting at Bandit, 0, Gary Lewis, 6'1", 230, redshirt junior from Fordyce. Linebackers are 32, Ryan Hampton, 5'10", 220, a senior from Okolona, Mississippi. And number 10, Jordan Owens, 6', 206, a redshirt junior from North Little Rock. The nickelback is number 7, Tim Jennings, 5'10", 176, a senior from DeSoto, Texas. The rover, number 3, Jalen Powell, 5'9", 190, senior from Memphis, Tennessee. The cornerbacks, 18, Cam Thomas, 5'9", 172, a senior from Shreveport. And number 27, Colby Crawford, 6'1", 167, redshirt junior from Bentonville. And the free safety, number 9, Bryant Hammond, the second, 6'1", 180, sophomore from DeRidder, Louisiana. Offensively for the Reddies, looks like this. Left tackle, 78, Brandon Bishop, 6'6", 333, a senior from Sherwood. Left guard, 64, Blaze Smith, 6'2", 315, redshirt senior from Bryant. Center, 57, Gabe Hernandez, 6'2", 260, sophomore from Lumberton, Texas. Right guards, 58, Andrew Weatherford, 6'2", 287, redshirt junior from Glen Rose. And the right tackle, 73, Luke Roca, 6'4", 278, redshirt senior from North Richland Hills, Texas. Receivers for the Reddies, number 14, Micah Green, 6', 185, a sophomore from Louisville, Texas. Number 6, Jody Easter, 5'9", 164, a junior from McGee. Number 1, Timione Jackson, 5'8", 171, senior from Pflugerville, Texas. And number 87, Caden Davis, 6'4", 225, redshirt junior from Caddo Mills, Texas. Starting running back is 22, Jeremiah Davis, 5'8", 216, redshirt junior from Montalba, Texas. And starting at quarterback, number 15, Andrew Edwards, 6'3", 221, a redshirt junior from Bentonville. It's your starting lineup for both teams today. We'll take a timeout, come back with your Southwest Auto Collection keys to victory and much more as the Domino's pregame show continues next on the Henderson State Sports Network.
Dear past, present, and future football watchers, we know, we've heard the news, football is back, just how you remembered it. Tailgates with an ice-cold Pepsi in hand? Totally back. That between-play sprint to the fridge for more Pepsi is back, baby. I've really missed this. Anyways, you're probably wondering why we're writing you. Well, football isn't the only thing that's back. Date nights, family reunions, all those appointments you've been putting off. They're starting to clog up the calendar and getting in the way of what should be a whole lot of football watching. So consider this your official excuse for always putting football watching first, courtesy of Pepsi. That haircut appointment? Your mom told us you look great, so you should probably reschedule. Seeing the in-laws for the first time in ages.
It's been so long.
Nope, sorry, Susan. Not if it's on Sunday. Long story short, after the year we've all had, we think you could use a little football watching. So crack open a Pepsi and cheer your football watching face off. With love, Pepsi. Made for football watching. That's what I like.
Henderson State University is one of the most affordable universities in Arkansas, and we offer the most competitive scholarships in the state.
Our caring professors will challenge you to achieve your best potential.
With more than 90 student organizations, new residence halls, and the beautiful DeGray Lake State Park just 15 minutes away, you will find the perfect fit at Henderson State.
Come see us in Arkadelphia or visit hsu.edu to learn how you can live ready today.
The Southwest Auto Collection in Arkadelphia is a proud sponsor of Henderson State Athletics. We offer the best American-made vehicles: Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. We have the largest selection and lowest prices, and we're the only dealer who give you tires for life with every new car you purchase. Come see the Southwest Auto Collection at 10th Street in Arkadelphia or go online at idriveswa.com. The Southwest Auto Collection in Arkadelphia.
When a patient rings the bell after completing cancer treatment, we celebrate one more step toward healing. And with the new UAMS Baptist Health Cancer Center, we celebrate the trusted choice in cancer care. The two greatest healthcare forces in Arkansas have come together to deliver second-to-none treatments with the latest technology, all in celebration of you. Learn more at baptist-healthcancercenter.com. Baptist Health.
Henderson State Sports is brought to you on the Arkansas Rocks Radio Network, KDEL 100.9 FM and KVRC 1340 AM Arkadelphia, KZYP 1310 AM and K281CK 104.1 Malvern, KWPS 99.7 FM Cattle Valley Hot Springs, and KYXK 106.9 FM Gurdon.
Back with you on the Domino's pregame show. It's now time for our Southwest Auto Collection Keys to Victory, offering the best American-made vehicles: Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. Pick up your keys to a new vehicle today at the Southwest Auto Collection on 10th Street in Arkadelphia or online at idriveswa.com.
Well, Blake, I tell you, one of the things we've already discussed is stopping DeMillen Brown. When he rushes and he puts that bull weevils on his back, he's dangerous. Matter of fact, when the UAM rushes for 150 yards or more in a game, they are 3-0. Reddies need to control that ground game. The Reddies rank 10th in the league in sacks, so they got to get to him. So, that's not very good. They got to do a better job in getting pressure. Of course, last week the Reddies struggled in the ground game. Got to be more aggressive with the football and really get that ground game going. I think that's it. And, of course, turnovers. That's always the key in every game, especially after last week. You tend to want to do a little too much, and that's when your mistakes come in. Don't make mistakes. You'll win this game easily.
Got to take care of the football. No question about it. And also, we have to take advantage of UAM's O-line. That's one of their weakest spots as an entire team.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Gary Lewis, Jacoby Shell, who leads these teams, they've combined for 17 tackles for loss. This is a chance for them to have big days, and we're going to really need big days out of both of them. Like you said, with their weak offensive line, keep them into like short yardage, 2-3 yards maximum on the ground game.
Big conversions on third down offensively. We do not want to play the field position game. It's one of those. This is one of those games where you get the ball, you go score it, and then you're up the entire game for 60 minutes, 55 minutes, whatever the case may be. This has to be one of those games for the Reddies today.
And if UAM wins the toss and takes the ball first, defense needs to make a statement right out of the gate saying, you're not getting the big yardage. We're going to stop you right now. The first series will set the tone for this ball game. Whoever really pushes out that first series. Now, I like I say, I really think Henderson is going to be really fired up with this one after last week where, everything just fell apart for them. And you get at home, you get to start playing 3 of the last 4 games at home. You sleep in your own bed and everything else. I think it's a big game for them, and I just see the Reddies rolling today. I think Andrew's going to have a big game. I think we're going to have we'll have a 100-yard rusher in this game too.
At least we'd hope for a couple more. We'll see what that can bring us. We'll step aside one more time. We'll come back and get closer to kickoff. We're inside of 10 minutes to play until kickoff here on homecoming. All the festivities going on. We'll tell you more about that and much more as the Domino's pregame show continues next on the Henderson State Sports Network.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby. The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Sodexo would like to invite you to a new dining experience on the beautiful campus of Henderson State University. Come dine with us in our new dining hall or retail locations including Starbucks, perfect for your break times. Grab a quick lunch at Chick-fil-A where it's always a pleasure to serve you, and check out the all-new Reddie Grill. Fresh ingredients made to order and certain to put you in that Reddie spirit. Sodexo, encouraging you to eat well, live ready.
Java Primo, where amazing coffee is just the beginning. Visit Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia, on Central Avenue in Hot Springs, and on the Square in Magnolia. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, gifts, or desserts, Java Primo has something amazing for everyone. Shop for gifts and gift cards for your favorite Reddie online 24/7 at javaprimo.com.
Hey, future Reddies. Are you interested in careers that help your community? Henderson State University offers degrees in nursing, teaching, psychology, social work, and health and human performance. Visit hsu.edu/degrees to see the full list of degree opportunities. We are here to help you be ready for what's next. Contact us at admissions@hsu.edu or visit hsu.edu/reddies to apply today or schedule a campus visit.
Picture this. It's Monday afternoon and you're at Domino's buying a large 3-topping pizza. You give the Domino's employee $7.99 plus tax, of course. Now, picture this. It's Friday and you're at Domino's buying a large 3-topping pizza. You give the Domino's employee more than you paid Monday. You feel bamboozled. But then you hear this.
Domino's is now extending its $7.99 large 3-topping carryout deal to all day, every day.
And so you danced and ate Domino's. Carryout only. You must ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, and charges may vary.
Back with you on the Domino's pregame show. Blake Smith, Troy Mitchell joining you here. Take a look as we get ever closer to kickoff. It was homecoming today. Just finished those ceremonies up not too long ago. You know, it's always an exciting time. A little different than it used to be in terms of parity in who is the winner of homecoming, as you always had we always had a discussion that we always knew it was whoever the show band of Arkansas nominated, but now there's a little more parity.
Yeah, a lot more parity this year, and it was nice to see. We had, I believe, 22 candidates, if I'm not mistaken, 22 candidates or so, and we have the results here, and let's pass them along. First of all, they had 2 second runners-up as they tied today, and Carriel Williams, sponsored by the Show Band of Arkansas, and Daphne Thomas, sponsored by Delta Sigma Theta sorority. They were the 2 second runners-up. And first runner-up, Dakota Jones, sponsored by Reddie Football. She was the second runner-up and got the $100 from the sponsoring organization. And the 2024 homecoming queen, 𝗦𝗦𝗕𝗦𝗖𝗥𝗜𝗕𝗘, sponsored by Sigma Tau Gamma Fraternity. And she is accepting the $250 sponsorship. And she was crowned by Henderson State Chancellor Dr. Trey Berry. So congratulations to all of our candidates and Queen 𝗦𝗦𝗕𝗦𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏.
Oh, so special thanks to Hart and Key for taking care of all that stuff. They've done it for years, and they've done it well. And it looks like we're getting closer to our captains. Reddie's going with the all Reds today. We'll tell you about that in a second.
Well, on the sidelines, the 1974, the 50th anniversary of the AIC champion football team, and quarterback Terry Blaylock. They will be helping them with today's coin toss, and it looks like there's about 15 to 20 of those guys back here on campus today for this coin toss. It's great to see them, the golden anniversary of the 1974 team, and it's great to see them here on the field today.
Fantastic that they showed out in such good numbers. UAM wearing the road white uniform tops, gray pants, green letters and numbers outlined in white. White helmets with a green stripe down the middle. On the left-hand side of the helmet is the individual number. On the right-hand side, a cursive cello, C-E-L-L-O, that you would call cello, but talking about Monticello. And Reddie's countering with the all-red uniform, tops and pants, silver letters and numbers trimmed in black, red helmets, white stripe down the middle with white numerals on either side. No changes in the Reddie captains. Tim Jennings, Andrew Edwards, Jeremiah Davis, and Jacob Neal will head on out for the Reddies. Our officiating crew today, the white hat is Michael Gervais, umpire Glenn Williams, head linesman Peter Frayne, line judge Jeremy Goodrich, side judge Alexander Dukari, field judge Benjamin Crane, back judge Scott Johnson. This 7-man officiating crew. Only 2 captains for UAM. It will be 𝗬🗫 Brown, and it will be number 99, Theron Bellard, a senior defensive lineman from DeSoto, Texas. And Monticello, I think the first team I've seen this year, Troy, that uses multiple double numbers.
Yeah, and one of them even has a triple number. He wears either 6, 8, or 42. You pick it, I guess. But, yeah, mostly the single digits are double numbers. And I know the GAC, I believe, is talking about going away with it. And you see A.J. Bullock down here. On defense, he wears number 6. Offense, he wears number 8. And special teams, he wears number 42.
He must be a jack of all trades.
We'll have to keep an eye on him.
Sounds.
See
you
if
get
he
three.
gets in there.
If you get 3 numbers and you're not a special athlete, that you're just asking for it.
But he's not listed on the 2D.
Well, that's one way to do it. Oh, he's a backup linebacker.
Backup linebacker. There he is. Okay.
Still. They'll also be joined by Isaiah Cross at the captain's meeting. And UAM's made their way out onto the far sideline. And we'll see what this year's edition of the Boll Weevils have to present the Reddies, who come out of the south end zone behind the flags. Cheerleaders have a little pep in their step. We'll see what they can do for us today.
Well, I tell you what, what a beautiful setting. The fall foliage, the leaves turning here on the campus. And you sit down in this bowl. Kind of overcast, but the sun's supposed to be out. Not really supposed to be any rain. We had a few drops earlier. Nice breeze, about 71 degrees. Just a perfect day for football. And I expect us to see a great one today. And I hope the Reddies come out fast and furious.
Can definitely get back on the right track. And we'll see the results of the toss here.
Monticello wins the toss. They elect to receive. Shake hands, guys.
All right, so the Boll Weevils get the first chance with the football. Ready defense, a chance to make a statement, and they'll defend the north end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going from left to right on your radio, the Reddies. And 1974 team getting their picture on the field. Back then, they were They were playing on a dirt field pretty much here in Carpenter Haygood Stadium. Now they're on the nice turf here by Geo Surfaces.
A big difference playing on turf as even opposed to natural grass here. And
well, before Carpenter Haygood, they were playing up there on the hill, playing up there where the Airway Sciences building was.
Back when they had Thanksgiving Day games.
Yes, the Battle Ravine was the Thanksgiving Day game.
Imagine those being some fun times. The
Yeah.
Reddies will get ready to kick it away here again from our left to right.
Do you think they gave away the turkey leg for the winner?
They had to, instead of a coin toss, they took the wishbone.
There you go.
'Cause that's probably what they were running back then.
Yes, sir. The Reddie wishbone, Reddie bone off, flex bone.
See if we can get anything under. Already got some games underway. We're really circling that Grand Valley State Ferris State game. They may have pushed it back to tonight.
It'd be a feature game. I wouldn't doubt it. Just depends.
All right, it's a 2 o'clock kick for that one and for Pitt State and Central Oklahoma.
I like these 1 o'clock kicks in the fall. I mean, especially after you get through September, even though this has been an unusually warm October, the 1 o'clock games in October, November, I think they're perfect.
If you get to the playoff, you used to get that noon kickoff.
Noon or 1. It was depended. You played either at noon or 1.
Well, King's got it teed up. He is ready to kick it away back deep for UAM's number 9, Royal Williams.
Looks like Jaquel Allen
on that far side. Kick is up, and we are underway. A high end-over-end kick fielded at the 10-yard line. Stumbling back is Williams, and he'll just have to step out of bounds at the 13-yard line.
What were you doing? What were you doing? He was about to get pummeled, and he just stepped out of bounds. Fair catch? I mean, why?
He backpedaled slowly as if he were going to take a fair catch, but he realized that he didn't, and he was going to have to run, and already gives the Reddie defense an advantage. Demylan Brown will start out of an empty backfield in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the wide side of the field. We're going to get the actual offensive ball on the field.
Well, like we said, Brown averaging about 69 yards a game rushing and 158 yards passing.
Brown takes the direct snap right up the middle, tries to bounce left, gets up to the 15 and nothing more. They limit him to 2 yards on his first carry, and you could almost guarantee that was going to be a designed run play.
Yeah, right up the gut, and the Reddies were ready for it.
So 2nd down and 8 just underway here in Arkadelphia. Brown now brings his running back into the backfield with him. Cage sends a tight end in motion, left to right across the formation. And we'll make an alteration to the play call. Handoff off right tackle. Not much, if anything, there for Cage. He is stuffed. They'll give him half a yard to be 3rd down and 7.
Boy, the Reddie defense was right there all over that. Looked like Tim Jennings was right there, made that first contact.
Call it 3rd down and 7. Just now a minute into this one. Homecoming day in Arkadelphia. Weevils calling that fake snap. Now they get the audible call. Brown has twin receivers to either side. Ball's right in the middle of the field. Takes the snap. 5-step drop, now steps up in the pocket. Wants to take off running, and he's brought down by Trenton Moore all the way back to the 11-yard line.
And we talked about right at the top of the broadcast, Reddie's 10th in sacks this year. Well, there they got one right there against an offensive line that's not very strong, and that's what they needed to do, and that puts them behind the sticks and forces Monticello to kick it away.
And they bring out Marquise McKnight, 5'10 junior from Baton Rouge. He'll stand 5 yards deep in his own end zone.
And he's averaging 43 yards per boot.
Devin Adams will stand on his own 48-yard line.
This is only his 7th punt. He wasn't the starting punter. Oh, got all kinds of motion.
A lot of movement there, and it's going to move back, it looks like.
Yes, it is.
False start on the offense. Number 43, 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
So even further, that field position didn't end up mattering, but it's just a bad look, especially when you can't help but punish yourself. Now McKnight stands all the way 9 yards deep, dangerously close to that white line, signifying the end of the end zone. They'll get that low liner punt away. It bounces and takes a UAM roll. Flag comes in, so the Reddies will start around their own 36-yard line as it gets downed. I have to imagine there's a block in the back coming there.
You saw that on the play. So they'll back it up even further. Probably Reddy's going to be starting about at their 31 probably.
Illegal block in the back. Receiving team. It's a 10-yard penalty. 1st down.
Okay.
Timeout.
We'll take a timeout. So we say 12:35 to play in the opening quarter. No score here. Reddies coming with their first offensive possession next on the Henderson State Sports Network.
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dreams. Wherever you are in your wealth building journey, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Proud supporter of the Henderson Reddies. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Do you have an idea that you'd like to see on a t-shirt? Print Mania can help you turn your idea into a reality. Print Mania offers a variety of t-shirts for you to choose from. We also have personalized service, which will allow you to work with an artist who will help you create your t-shirt. Print Mania also does embroidery and engraving. Come visit us at 624 Main Street in Arkadelphia or call 870-246-3803. Print Mania, proud supporters of Henderson State University.
Reddies ready for their first offensive possession of the afternoon. Andrew Edwards leads his unit out after a bit of a disappointing week last week, only 19 points. Their second lowest output of the season. Edwards on 1st down, wants to pass out toward the boundary. He's got Robbie Williams complete to the 40. He stays on his feet, and it takes 5 Weevils to knock him back. A 5-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
Yeah. The stop that time made by TJ Jasper for the Bull Weevils. Not for the Reddies. Pick up 5 yards, like you said. And that's a good first play just to get a plus.
Back on the line quickly. Play fake. Goes out to the opposite side to Jackson. He finally does catch it, and he's driven back for a 4-yard loss. Should have just let that one go.
Yeah, it took his eyes off of it. I think he was hearing footsteps, and he started to run up the field. It's a good thing maybe he did catch it because a defender was coming in. That could have been a deflected interception and result in a pick 6.
3rd down and 9. Reddy's first possession of the game. Twins to either side. Edwards steps up in the pocket, throws a deep ball, got a man, but he overthrows his intended target, Ja'Cory Williams. And the Reddies trading 3 and outs to start the game.
I think Ja'Cory Williams was held up just a little bit there. And Andrew Edwards saw that, and he was a little frustrated. So uneventful for both teams on their first offensive possession.
That's been Andrew's miss all season. It's been long. So we'll see the first punt of the day from Axel Robertson. Standing back on his own 22-yard line. Clean snap. Kicks it away. A spiraling kick that will bounce and take a ready roll inside the 20 and all the way down to the 14-yard line. So UAM has trouble once again with field position.
Well, puts him back behind the 20, so that's time for the defense to do it again and push him back.
That punt brought to you by Chicken Express, home of the legendary Express tenders and Chicken-y sweet tea. Chicken Express, a proud sponsor of Reddie Athletics. 1st and 10 for UAM. Brown with a 3-receiver set. 2 receivers to the wide side of the field. One-on-one coverage here on the near side for Ladarius Fair. The handoff on the RPO. Spinning and finally brought down is Dante Rhodes, who is listed, Troy, as a quarterback, but he's getting some snaps at running back. So they may have sort of a little wildcat type package there where you've got 2 different guys that can potentially throw the football.
Yeah, Darian Thompson made the first contact for the Reddies.
Gain of 4, it'll be 2nd down and 6. Same formation for the Boll Weevils. 2 receivers to the wide side of the field. Brown in the shotgun. Tight end on the left-hand side. Takes the snap, the handoff to Rhodes again. Off left guard, he's hit hard and brought down.
And
Looks
that
like
was
Jordan Owens.
Yeah, Jordan Owens came across and made a hit right at the 20-yard line, took him down.
That's an old school tackle.
Yeah, he hit him hard and put him down, so it makes it 3rd and 4.
From the 20-yard line. They'll stay in that same base offense style. Now they'll swing the tight end, Ben Colligan, over left to right. They'll fake the handoff. Brown rolls out right, looking to pass, does so toward the boundary, and he cannot get it in. Great deflection there by Kirby Owens.
Yeah, great defense. Timed it perfectly as he got his hand down, knocked it out, and it'll force out another 3 and out for Monticello, bringing on the punting unit.
Jordan Mansfield, the intended target there for Brown. He could not get it on his first pass attempt of the game. And out comes McKnight again, a little bit more room to work with behind him. He stands on his own 6.
I would like to see Adams really return one. He's due.
As long as we don't have a penalty that brings us back. Gets it away.
Ooh,
high
nice.
spiraling kick. Fair catch called for. Adams will field at the 37-yard line. And we'll take a timeout and be back after this. 9:55 to play in the first. No score here in Arkadelphia on homecoming. You're listening to Ready Football on the Henderson State Sports Network.
When a patient rings the bell after completing cancer treatment, we celebrate one more step toward healing. And with the new UAMS Baptist Health Cancer Center, we celebrate the trusted choice in cancer care. The 2 greatest healthcare forces in Arkansas have come together to deliver second-to-none treatments with the latest technology, all in celebration of you. Learn more at baptist-healthcancercenter.com. Baptist Health, for you, for life.
Hey, future Reddies. Are you interested in a career in education? Henderson State University offers education degrees in elementary and middle school, health and physical education, computer science and business tech, and special education.
Visit hsu.edu/degrees to see the full list of degree opportunities. We are here to help you be ready for what's next. Contact us at admissions@hsu.edu
or visit hsu.edu/reddies to apply today or schedule a campus visit.
Back with you here from Arkadelphia. Reddies have the ball for their second possession of the game. Just over 5 minutes in, no score. Edwards the handoff to Jeremiah Davis. His first carry of the game will not get anything. In fact, it will lose a yard.
Yeah, Robert Jones, defensive back from Redding, California, read that well for UAM, just took him down the line, and you lose a yard on the play.
Reddies have to be able to establish the ground game today. One of several things that did not go well for the Reddies last weekend in El Dorado. 2nd down and 11. Edwards out of the shotgun. He'll have 3 receivers, 2 to the wide side of the field. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Looking left side, now scrambles. Goes left side, gets across the original line, across the 40 and out of bounds.
Does a good job to make it 3rd and manageable on that play.
They'll mark him out of the 41-yard line. 3rd down and 6. Offense not having much success, the run game especially. We're going very pass heavy here in the early going. Twins to either side. Forsakes the snap, looking right, got his man, complete.
Right at the sticks.
It's Robbie Williams with his first catch of the day. That should.
Well, the referee here, the head linesman, has given it to him. The line judge says he's short.
And it looks like he is about half a football short.
If
Reddies
that.
should go for it here.
Why not?
Surely to goodness you can get a dive play with Jeremiah Davis of all people.
You would hope.
If you can't, there are bigger problems to snuff out. Out of the shotgun, trips to the left. And off Davis, cuts back, has the first down, is across the midfield stripe, and down to the 49-yard line. And the Reddies move the chains.
Nice hard running to get him into plus territory and pick up the first down.
Unfortunately, his helmet falls off, so he'll have to step off for a play. It'll be first down from the UAM 49-yard line. Edwards in the shotgun, Dylan Jones in at running back. A bit of a miscommunication, so Edwards ends up with it. Falls backward, but ends up back at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Davis will quickly come back onto the field.
Edwards just looks frustrated. Unless that's just the way he always acts, but he looks really frustrated right now.
Just can't seem to get anything going offensively so far. Twins to either side here on second down and 10. Edwards, three-step drop, finds a man to the boundary. It's Robbie Williams. He gets past one man, turns on the Jets, and is knocked down out of bounds inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line. Robbie Williams has definitely made his mark known in this Reddie receiver room over the last couple of games.
That Reddie offensive line is doing really good right up front. I mean, they give him just enough time. Blaze Smith did a nice block right there to start to keep that drive alive, along with Brandon Bishop. Gave Edwards plenty of time to get it out to the wing.
Here's Edwards on first down. Goes for the big ball. Wants Davis and overthrows him. Had a good idea, had trips to the wide side, but Davis kind of all over there all by himself on the left. Davis went off to a little check down route and trying to get that linebacker to bite and try to get Davis over the top. Could not do so.
I think that's sometimes Andrew's issue. He tries to force it a little bit too much when the underneath route's just as good. You don't need to go for 40 yards down the field.
Second down, they'll throw again. Out to Jackson at the boundary on a screen pass, and he cannot get it right through his hands, incomplete. And another third down and long for the Reddies.
And he just rushed that one. I mean, he wanted to get it to him in a hurry, and he had plenty of time, and Jackson had plenty of room. All he had to do was throw it to him. He tried to fire it about 95 miles an hour to him.
Third down and 10 from the UAM 22-yard line. Three receivers set. High snap. Edwards pulls it down. Now steps up in the pocket. Fires over the middle. Complete to Davis, who's hit hard inside the 20 and down to the 17-yard line.
I mean, here comes a flag, and I got to think that might be leading with the helmet.
This one could be interesting then. We'll await the call, but those are automatic reviews, and we'll see if our review system is going to be one of the very few in the league that actually work.
See if they have to go down to the tent.
An injured boll weevil player on the far side. Looks like one of the linemen. It is. It's C.J. Buckhalter.
Here we go.
Targeting on number 3 of the defense. That play is under further video review.
That's Robert Iverson, the linebacker. And if that holds, the Reddies will not have to worry about him for the rest of the day.
And they'll head down to the tent.
To the far side. Should be an interesting call here. If, well, the flag stands regardless, so the Reddies will get an automatic first down out of that. So it kind of negates having to pick your poison. If you're the Reddies, you're going to be faced with fourth down and 5, maybe 6 yards.
And it's really funny. We got just a little pad to look at the replay. You know, it's not like we got 27 cameras here.
Not quite as exciting as what you would see in a Division I game, but still, hopefully does its job. If you've got a few zoom capabilities, go in there. And of course, this single camera angle is coming from directly above us. It's actually the same view. Those of you who are watching on the YouTube stream at home, it's actually the same view that you folks have as you are watching the game. And they will go and take a look at. So the Reddies will at the very least have a first down.
We'll keep the drive going with no score in this contest. There will be a 9-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
Well, Troy, we were talking off air earlier about how Monticello hadn't traveled very well. They've got a few folks that.
Yeah, they came in late. And, you know, about 20, 30 minutes of the game, there was like 3 people in the stand. Now there's about 100?
Probably
75 to 100.
Spread out, of course. Next home game against Southwestern Oklahoma, they more than likely will have fewer people than that. And then we'll have the Ouachita game where it'll be completely full and then some.
Yeah.
Now we await the call.
After video review, there is no targeting on the play. Number 3 may remain in the game. That brings up 4th down for Henderson State.
So they called strictly a targeting.
But they didn't call
So they did not call the personal foul with targeting. So now it's 4th down and 5, and Colby King will come out to attempt a 34-yard field goal from the right hash. Zach Baker will hold. Clean snap, clean hold. The kick is low, winding, and he pulled it to the left. And the Reddies cannot get on the board. And we remain scoreless at the 6:32 mark of quarter number 1. And Troy, that was not pretty.
No, that was a duck hook to the left. Looked like one of my 5-iron shots. My goodness.
If I could get my 5-iron to get in the air and go 34 yards, I would be ecstatic.
And you're a golf coach.
No, I'm a golf coach who plays with hybrids and not long irons. So Monticello takes over at their own 20, first down and 10. 6:32 to play in the quarter. There's no score here on homecoming. Weevils look to the sideline to get their call. Three receiver set, 2 men to the wide side. The handoff, cutting back, finds a lane, cannot do so, and that is A.J. Bullock, the man of 3 numbers on the carry.
Gary Lewis had a hand on him, and then he got pushed aside, and then it looked like Darian Thompson ended up making the tackle.
Gain of 5 of the play brings up 2nd down and 5. Now Bullock will switch sides. Brown wants to pass, nowhere to go, and he's brought down in the backfield. You give Jacoby Shell credit for most of that, and Gary Lewis came and finished it off.
So another negative play for UAM.
And a big one at that. An 8-yard loss makes it 3rd down and 13. 2 receivers to each side for the Weevils. Ball just inside left. No tight end with 4 receivers and a running back. Brown takes the snap. 5-step drop, flushed out of the pocket, fires to the near side. It's complete to Fair. He's across the 20, loses his helmet, fumbles the football. Now, will they stop play?
I think they're going to stop the play. I think they're stopping the play because the helmet came off.
Fair's helmet came off, and if he continued to play, that would be an illegal participation penalty.
Well, I don't think he had a choice because the Reddies had him all tackled and wrapped up.
Greg Holsworth pleading his case to the officials on the near side. Nothing doing there.
Well, I mean,
but it'll be 4th down.
They're still discussing it.
UAM brings the punt unit out anyway. McKnight back inside his own 10, on or around his own 7-yard line. Adams back around the Reddies 43. Reddies want to bring 8. They do. McKnight gets it away without much trouble. End over end kick. Adams hit as he falls. Did he make a fair catch or not? I don't guess he
No,
did.
he didn't.
Or they'd throw a flag there. 43-yard line.
That was dangerous. I mean, as soon as he caught it, they took him down. But a good job by Adams to hold on to the football after contact.
Not something you see very often on big hits like that come right away. Reddies will start with it at their own 43-yard line. 4:25 to play in the quarter. Still no score. Twin receivers to either side. Davis on the left of Edwards. He'll get the call on first down. Wants to bounce outside. Finds his cutback lane across the 45 and up to the 48-yard line.
Tyrion Bellard, the stop, the defensive lineman for the Bull Weevils, the senior from DeSoto, Texas.
A pretty Louisiana-heavy roster for UAM, but you still have the obvious sprinkling in of any team in the South that has got to recruit the state of Texas to be successful at this level. 2nd down and 6. Handoff again. No, Edwards keeps it on a read option. He gets across midfield, just shy of the line to gain. It'll bring 3rd down and less than a yard.
Good job by Edwards. Went right down with it, didn't try to do anything extra. Get you close to that 1st down marker. Now it's 3rd down, about a foot.
Disguised it well. I have to imagine that this one's going to find Davis. However, the Reddies have not run the ball inside much. They must see something on film that they don't like about running the ball inside. Davis will get it here inside, though. 1st down and more. Stays on his feet all the way across the 45 and down to the 41-yard line. Spots it at the 41.
Rays are moving the ball, but then just get stopped.
Plus side of the field. Edwards takes the snap on 1st down. Looking
Got
left,
him.
looking Caden Davis. Caught it inside the 10-yard line, inside the 5. Wrestles his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Reddies.
And you said wrestles. He was wrestling with Robert Jones all the way across the goal line. Jones was trying to tackle the football, and he just took him in with him. So the Reddies on the board here with 2:34 to play in the opening period.
Finally, the Reddies get on the board. 6-0 at the 2:34 mark.
Well, it's established. The Reddies can move the football. They just can't make mistakes. I mean, Edwards has been thrown a little bit too long. That time he made a perfect connection.
King on to attempt the extra point. Clean snap, clean hold. The kick is up. That one looked much better. It's good. 2:34 to play in the first quarter. New score, Reddies 7, UAM nothing. We're back in 30 seconds with the Reddie kickoff. You're listening to Reddie Football on the Henderson State Sports Network.
SCM Architects have been serving Henderson State University for over 20 years. You'll recognize the firm's work on campus in the design of the dining hall, the Charles Dunn Student Recreation Center, Sturgis Honors Hall, and East and West Residence Hall. This year, SCM Architects have been privileged to work on the new Charles and Anita Cabe Student Athlete Success Center and the restoration of the historic Captain Henderson House. Learn more about the firm's higher education, commercial interior design, historic preservation, and master planning projects at scmarchitects.com.
Reddies lead at 7-0, 2:34 left in our opening quarter. A nice touchdown reception by Caden Davis, and the yards after contact, the biggest factor there. King will kick it away from the 35-yard line. Kicks it away, high, end over end, kind of medium distance to be returned by Williams from his own 9-yard line. Finds a lane up the left side, across the 25, and out of bounds, just shy of the 30-yard line. That's more the idea as to what Williams would want to do with the football, and now the Weevils having to play from behind. We'll see what they can come up with.
Well, they keep him to the sidelines, and the Reddie defense or return team is not giving him any room on the inside, so he has to go right to the sideline. And was that Timmy and Jackson that made the tackle?
He very well made
Yes, it was.
Man.
Yeah, he was one that was right there on the sideline, pushed him out of bounds. So give TJ a tackle.
Brown has 3 receivers and a running back to his left on first down. Designed run play, quarterback sweep. There goes Brown, tripped up, and finally finds his way out of bounds all the way up at the Reddie 45-yard line.
Well, that's the first down for UAM today. Longest play of the day for the Bull Weevils. Up until that point, they were minus yardage of offense.
Looks to the near side, the far side rather, for the updated play call. Same 3 receiver set, pretty consistent. They're going to run that same play again. Brown tripped up though. Nice trip up by Gary Lewis, and Ryan Hampton will come in and finish the job. He'll get credit for the tackle, but Lewis stuck a paw out there and made some contact.
Yeah, Gary Lewis said, "You won't make that mistake again," and he was right there in the backfield. Another one of those.
Yeah,
Gary Lewis in the Playboy songs.
Should have bet the over on those this year, because you probably already hit it, and they're all good ones. I'm not going to complain about any of them. 2nd down and 10, inside of 90 seconds to play in the first quarter. Fakes the handoff, passes out to the wide side, complete to Isaiah Cross, his favorite target and the Weevils' leading receiver, and he is swarmed by Reddies after a 2-yard gain.
Kirby Owens right there on the play to make it and force another 3rd and long. I tell you, so far the Reddie defense has played really well, not allowing the big play, which we've seen Brown in years past get the big play, and the Reddies have really limited it here in the first quarter.
3rd down and 8, trips to the wide side of the field for UAM, moving right to left still. They will have to run at least one more play. The clock just now ticks down to 35 seconds. The play clock down to 6. Brown will have to dial up some magic here. Finally calls for the snap. 3-step drop over the middle. Great hands, and it's batted down, incomplete. Josh Doyle got a paw up there. Nearly came down with the football. If it had been about 6 inches lower, he would be taking it the other way.
Yeah,
more than likely for 6.
He almost had it. He would have been running to the field house right there because nobody was in front of him. Brown was being all tangled up by Gary Lewis, and so if he was able to hold on to that, it would have been definitely a pick 6.
McKnight again to punt. He's been busy today. 32-yard line. Reddies play pretty conservatively. An end-over-end punt. Fair catch called for and made at the 15-yard line. And the Reddies will have 15 seconds or less.
Well, here's the thing I like that right now you're controlling the line of scrimmage. Don't do anything that could risk a fumble. Adams just saying, let me just get a fair catch here. You don't want to fumble deep in your own territory and something like that and get that momentum to UAM here before the end of the quarter.
And Whitehat looking at the clock, puts 10 seconds on, and that's where the Reddies will take over. They'll run one play here and take it to the quarter. 1st and 10 from their own 15. Jalen Abraham now in at running back. He will leave Edwards and now come right back and give it to him on the pop pass. Complete. Abraham wants to bounce outside, breaks one tackle, drags a second man along. He's
down.
Still going, and now the 22-yard line. Nice gain of 7 yards on 1st down, and we have reached the end of the first quarter. After one period of play, the score, Reddies 7, UAM nothing. We're back after this. You're listening to Reddie Football on the Henderson State Sports Network.
Sodexo would like to invite you to a new dining experience on the beautiful campus of Henderson State University. Come dine with us in our new dining hall or retail locations including Starbucks, perfect for your break times. Grab a quick lunch at Chick-fil-A where it's always a pleasure to serve you, and check out the all-new Reddie Grill. fresh ingredients made to order and certain to put you in that ready spirit. Sodexo, encouraging you to eat well, live ready. Twin Rivers Health and Rehabilitation, locally owned and operated in Arkadelphia, Arkansas. Our family is committed to yours. Our experienced rehabilitation team specializes in physical, occupational, and speech therapy, all working together to get you home. Call and book a tour with us today at 870-246-6337 or visit our website at twinrivershr.com. Again, that's twinrivershr.com.
Second quarter of action here from Arkadelphia. Reddies on top of the Boll Weevils from UAM 7-0. It is Reddie football. Second down and 3. Empty backfield for Edwards temporarily until Abraham joins him. There, trips to the wide side of the field. It's a screen pass for Jackson, complete. Lowers his shoulder across the 30. He's got the first down and more. Stops the ball on the 31-yard line, and another chance for the Reddies to move the chains.
Jaquel Allen with the stop for the Boll Weevils. I believe that's Jaquel Allen. They've got 2 number 2s playing defense. One's a junior, one's a sophomore.
Pretty sure you can't do that.
They can't be on the field at the same time. You can have 2. Yeah.
Speed option out to the side. Edwards pitches to Abraham across the 35 and up to the 39-yard line for an 8-yard gain on first down.
Reddy's just going to try to control this game, just run the clock. I mean, they had the time of possession last week, I believe, but still just had everything else went wrong for them. Just control the football, move it up and down the field, and keep this Monticello defense on the field, wear them down.
Hand off Abraham on second down. He's got the first, spins,
Fumble.
Loses the football, and excellent job by Brandon Bishop to dive on it, and the Reddies will move the chains again.
The big lineman, 6'6", 333-pound senior from Sherwood, Arkansas, alertly jumped on that football. I don't know what the referee's going to be discussing, but nobody was around it. Okay.
15-yard penalty. First down.
They had hands to the face, so that'll add 15 to the play. So even if he didn't recover that fumble, it wouldn't have mattered. But still, that makes from the end of the run.
So that will move the ball, and now there's a 6-man gathering of officials.
Well, they're trying to say, do we go to the Burger Barn or Fat Boys after the ball game? You know, we talk about how Andrew's been overthrown and stuff like that, but when you look at the flags, look at this wind. You probably got a 10, 15-mile-an-hour wind going right now today, and that's going to be hard. That's why Reddy's keeping the ball on the ground. If they can be successful on the ground, why put the ball in the air unless it's just little quick outs?
Twin receivers, ball on the UAM 39-yard line, 1st and 10. Davis back in the game at running back. Edwards will fake it to him after a 3-step drop. Now rolls out to the left, checks down, complete to Davis in the backfield. He'll make something out of nothing before he steps out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Got 4 yards out of a play that should have been
a loss of 10.
Yes.
Great job. Nice awareness by Davis. Get you that plus yardage and give you a 2nd down and 6 at the 35 in plus territory.
A 2nd down and 6, as Troy mentioned. 35-yard line going in. 4 receiver set. In doubles. Edwards looking left the whole way. Got his man Easter across the 25 and drug down to the 23-yard line. Moves the chains again. Just a little levels route, UAM trying to limit the damage on the deep routes and the outside receivers.
Well, Juan Powell, linebacker on the tackle, a grad student from East St. Louis, Illinois. But not before the Reddies get it to the 23 and pick up another first down.
Reddies can take those little stop routes all day long. Trips left. Handoff Davis up the middle. Across the 20, fights forward all the way to the 17-yard line. A 6-yard gain on first down. And if the Reddies can gain 5 or 6 yards of play on first down, they'll be in pretty good business.
Get it in the red zone. Now you got to put points on the board. Already leading 7-0. approaching the 12-minute mark left to go here in the first half.
Down at 4, 12 to play in the half. 7-0, Reddies driving in the red zone for the second time today. Fakes the handoff to Davis, now checks down to Robbie Williams. He's inside the 10, he's got the first down to the 6-yard line, and it's 1st and goal.
And that's what you do. Run the ball a little bit, then get a little out pattern, and just 5-10 yards at a clip. You don't need to go for 40 or 50, especially where this wind is blowing, even though they're at the 17. But still, you know, let the receivers get the yards after the catch.
You can do just about what you want to do here if you're the Reddies. Jumbo package, handoff Davis, wants to bounce outside, cuts back inside, great block on the edge by Micah Green, and Davis is into the end zone, touchdown Reddies.
And Micah Green even made there's a flag in the backfield.
Oh, no.
7. Holding on the offense, number 78, 10-yard penalty, still first down.
We just praised Brandon Bishop for jumping on the loose football back at midfield, and somehow they catch him tangling up with somebody for UAM. Still, it's first down and goal from the 17.
4 plays to get there, and the Reddies, that's the first negative play the Reddies have had since that first drive of the game. Green, the lone receiver on the short side of the field. Play fake. Edwards throws over the middle. It's batted up and incomplete. Wanted Davis across the middle, but Lawan Powell with a pretty good awareness to get a hand on that one.
Yeah. Drew tried to thread the needle right there, and probably about a half a second late.
Second down and goal from the 17. 3 receivers set. Keeps Davis in the formation at tight end on the right side. Edwards flushed out over the middle. Complete. Davis inside the 10. Stays on his feet. Still stays. Fumbles it into the end zone, and it's recovered by UAM.
Result of the play is a touchback.
Maybe Davis should have gone down there at the 7 instead of trying to stay on his feet. If he had, the Reddies would still have the football presumptively.
Well, we said turnovers you don't need any of that. That would keep Monticello in the game. The Reddies ready to go up by 2 scores, and now all of a sudden it's a touchback, and UAM gets a little bit of momentum and got a call on the defense again.
UAM has not had any success offensively so far today.
27 yards in the first quarter.
18 of those on the ground. A more run-heavy UAM team at getting the play call with 5 seconds left on the clock. Better hurry, and he'll get it just in time. Brown keeps it himself. A little playground ball, and he gets 10 yards on the carry and a first down.
It's only their second first down of the game.
It comes inside of 11 minutes to play in the half. Seems like the Weevils want to take a lot of time on these drives, even though most of them have been 3 and outs. Handoff. Left side spinning off one tackle is Cage, and he will not get but a yard there before he is met by several Reddies in the backfield.
Well, Trenton Moore, Gary Lewis, they all were there. About 4 Reddies actually there made that initial hit. So second down and 9.
Down to 9. Single receiver to either side. A bit of a somewhat of a jumbo package with a tight end and an H-back on the same side of the field. And now the big tight end loop will kind of shuttle around. He'll be back at that H-back spot. Brown wants to throw here. One-on-one coverage. Wants fair down the field, incomplete, and here comes the flag. They're going to get
holding, defensive holding.
We're going to get Kavia Reese.
Oh, no, pass interference, not holding.
First down either way.
Pass interference on the defense, number 25. It's a 15-yard penalty, first down.
He was riding him all the way down the field, Blake. That was an easy call.
Unfortunately, the Reddies continue this second quarter of letting UAM stay in the ball game. Brown looks to the sideline again. Brown, design quarterback run to the left side. Finds a cutback lane, tripped up. He was down, apparently, after just a 1-yard gain. The ball came out at the very end.
The ball been on the turf a lot. Quick whistles have saved a lot of turnovers today.
And I see something you've not seen very often this year, Troy. You've got Gary Lewis and Cottrell Wallace both on the field, that stand-up edge position, almost like 5-down linemen.
I'm trying to contain that rush because they know that's...
Design run to the right side. Brown gets outside, cuts back just shy of the 50-yard line. Set him up for 3rd down and 6. Lewis has to be a little bit better at setting an edge there.
Yeah,
That's something he struggled with last week. He was on his duty was outside contain. And there were a couple of runs where he did not outside contain.
He's going to come and take a breather. Reddy's making defensive changes here.
Pretty late, but UAM, considering they have looked to the sideline for an audible every play, seems like they have plenty of time. Snap, Brown wants to pass. Now, moves up in the pocket, has the first down and more. He's finally tripped up and will be down to the 36-yard line of the Reddies. And UAM gets another first down on this drive.
Yeah, Monticello, the pocket was collapsing and Brown saw the crease and there was no defender in front of him and he just took off. There was good coverage downfield.
3 receivers set here on first down. Bullock back in at running back. 2 tight end set. Brown, 5-step drop, looking over the middle, ball up, wide open man. It's Isaiah Cross, the one guy you don't want to catch the football, and he is down all the way inside the 5-yard line to the 4. It's a 1st and goal for UAM.
See, this drive all set up by the fumble into the end zone. The Reddies were about to go up by 2 scores, and that fumble results in momentum for UAM, and they're knocking on the door.
3 receivers set. Bullock remains in the game at running back. 7:20 and counting left to play here in quarter number 2. Brown, handoff to Bullock up the middle, and he'll get a yard, nothing more. If they get a yard every play, they'll still end up in the end zone.
2nd down and goal from 3 now.
Now the Weevils will bring in a jumbo package. Some big boys.
The big beef boys, that's what I call them. And that clock just ticking away here in the first half.
They're going into dead T with Brown under center. Handoff off the left side. Tailback inside, it's Dante Rhodes. He'll be stopped at the 1. 2 plays to get 1 yard.
The clock's still ticking away and had to break it up as both teams, Reddies, were fighting for the football. But they'll put it down at the 1-yard line and the jumbo package will come out and a new set will come in.
3 completely different packages for UAM inside the 5-yard line. They'll go out of the I.
Under center.
Brown under center. Fullback dive, spinning, and in his cage.
He got that spin. On that spin, he got in. They had him stopped, and then he spun and got into the end zone.
Brown pumped up about that one, and the Weevils bring it to within a point. Still have an extra point to attempt. We've not had a media break this quarter yet, Troy, so we have 2 coming up, plus the 2-minute timeout. On to attempt the extra point, Dylan Duhan, a sophomore from Erath, Louisiana. Clean snap and hold. The kick is up, and it is good. 5:47 left to play in the second. New score, Reddies 7, UAM 7. We'll be back after this. You're listening to Reddie Football on the Henderson State Sports Network.
Java Primo, where amazing coffee is just the beginning. Visit Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia, on Central Avenue in Hot Springs, and on the Square in Magnolia. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, gifts, or desserts, Java Primo has something amazing for everyone. Shop for gifts and gift cards for your favorite Reddie online 24/7 at javaprimo.com.
Brookshire's proudly supports the Henderson State Reddies football team. At Brookshire's, you can save on fuel or groceries with your points, where every dollar you spend earns you 1 point. Plus, score big with meat that is cut fresh daily and enjoy lower prices on the freshest produce. In a hurry? Let us do the shopping for you with our convenient curbside online ordering and pickup. Visit Brookshires.com to place your order today. Brookshire's, your ultimate tailgating destination. Go Reddies and go Brookshires.
5:47 to play in the second quarter. We're all tied up at 7. And UAM will kick it away for the first time today.
And that was set up by fumble in the end zone and a pass interference penalty.
Duhan will handle the kickoff duties. High, short, end-over-end kick fielded at the 8-yard line by Jody Easter. He wants to get some blocks to the outside, and he's got him down the left sideline. He's got the kicker to beat, sprints past him, and there he goes. Jody Easter, for the second time this season, has taken one back. This one 92 yards to the house. Touchdown, Reddies.
Great blocking by the Reddie receiving team. There wasn't a Monticello Bull Weevil anywhere close except for the kicker. They did a great job of turning them inside, and Easter just sailed down the sideline. Sail away.
Just like that, the Reddies don't let UAM hold the game tied for very long. King on to attempt the extra point. Clean snap and hold. Kick is up and good. There is a flag. There are 2 flags. There are 3 flags. 3 different referees threw one, all in the defensive backfield.
Kind of the booger hankies on the field, as they call it in the old country. They're going to decline it. It's all Monticello.
Men on the defense. That penalty is declined. The result of the try is good.
So 5:34 to play. The new score, Reddies 14, UAM 7. Back in 30 seconds with a kickoff. It's Reddie Football on the Henderson State Sports Network.
We've invented a new messaging system using the crisp sounds of Bud Light. Crisp Code, Lesson 86. This is how you say, gee willikers, it's a hot one. Let's cool down with some Bud Lights. And that's it for today. Bud Light, crisp.
Enjoy responsibly. Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
$14-7 Reddies, 5:34 to play in the half. And about ready to kick it away again.
Well, here's what's good. If the defense can hold them, get the ball back, score, before the end of the half. The Reddies get the ball back to start the second half.
High and very short kick, returnable for Williams from the 12. Goes at the left side, across the 30 before he's knocked out of bounds to the 32-yard line.
So now let's rely on the Reddie defense,
who did not have a good possession previous.
On the kicking team, number 20, 15-yard penalty, first down.
And the Reddies let penalties come again. A late hit out of bounds, which is just a lack of discipline penalty, and it's going to cost them 15 extra yards.
The mistakes, the little mistakes can easily cost you.
So Brown out of the shotgun. Has Rhodes in the backfield with him. Single receiver to either side. They've got a tight end and an H-back. This time they're split on opposite sides of the line. Rhodes takes the handoff, and he's brought down for a loss immediately by 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 and Ryan Hampton comes in to finish the job as well.
And I don't know what Darius Farrer is discussing the officials about. He's not happy about something.
Second down and 14 for the Weevils. They bring trips to the wide side of the field. 4:45 left in the half as they fake the handoff to Rhodes. Brown breaks away. That's got to be a block in the back. It is not
no
thrown,
flag.
however. And Brown scrambles all the way to the Reddie 49-yard line to make it a 3rd down and 6.
I don't get that. I mean, everybody sees it, and official right there must see something he doesn't want to pull the flag up for.
Too bad we don't have the sky judge. You and I could just call down there. And
little buzzer on the side of the.
You better drop it. 3rd down and 6. Trips right. Still in at running back is Dante Rhodes. Brown gets the updated play call. 5 on the play clock. Takes the snap. Looking pass. Now flushed out of the pocket. In being heavily pursued. Throws it to a wide open Cross. And you cannot leave Isaiah Cross open on this team. He's the only really good receiver they have.
Cross did a little spin move, and Tim Jennings slipped and fell, and that left him wide open.
Trips left on 1st and 10 from the Reddie 40-yard line. Fakes the handoff. Brown bounces outside, and Gary Lewis says not today. A little hip drop action brings him down for a loss of 4 on the play. Thank goodness he's as fast as he is.
Gary Lewis hits him without a word of warning, knocking him down and getting a sack on the play.
2nd down and 14 as the clock ticks inside 3 minutes. The shotgun, designed run to the short side of the field. Brown finds a cutback lane, gets back.
Fumble.
Ball is loose.
Reddie's got it.
And it is official.
Oh,
no, they're going to give it back to UAM.
It must have said he recovered it out of bounds because he was on it. Henderson State, I can't see who, but I saw a maroon jersey all over the football.
And the clock's still running. They'll stop it finally. And there's an injured Boll Weevil down on the sideline. It's on that far side, and that might be 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 last thing they need is have their star player hurt. think this would be a good time to take a media break. Don't think they'll do that. 2:38 left in the half. Reddies on top 14-7. UAM will be faced with a 3rd down and 11. Injured player up and able to walk off on his own. That's the tight end, 𝗦𝗬𝗕𝗦𝗖𝗥𝗜𝗕𝗘, junior from Magnolia, Texas. It'll be 3rd down and 12.
Well,
and now we step aside again, and we'll see what the discussion is. Maybe a review.
Henderson State is challenging that the ball was recovered inbounds. The previous play is under further review.
I thought so.
So they'll go do that. We will take a timeout while we can. We'll take a minute and come back after this. You're listening to Reddie Football on the Henderson State Sports Network.
I don't know how they can see that.
Hey, future Reddies. Are you interested in a career in business? Henderson State University offers bachelor's and master's degrees in business administration and certificates in analytics, marketing and communications, and nonprofit management. Visit hsu.edu/degrees to see the full list of degree opportunities. We are here to help you be ready for what's next. Contact us at admissions@hsu.edu or visit hsu.edu/reddies to apply today or schedule a campus visit.
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Henderson State Sports is brought to you on the Arkansas Rocks Radio Network, KDEL 100.9 FM and KVRC 1340 AM Arkadelphia, KZYP 1310 AM and K281CK 104.1 Malvern, KWPS 99.7 FM Cattle Valley Hot Springs, and KYXK 106.9 FM Gurdon.
Blake Smith, Troy Mitchell back with you. 2:38 to play in the second quarter here in Arkadelphia on homecoming. Reddies lead UAM 14-7. And Troy, you were talking before the break about how hard it's going to be for the officials with that one camera replay to see exactly what's going on.
Yeah, one camera and the play is clear across the field, and I don't see how they could rule anything because you need multiple cameras. Plus, it was on the sideline, so you can't. How can you tell if he was out of bounds or not?
It's going to be a tough one.
Nobody else. All the other games, 2 o'clock games now, just getting kicked off.
By the time it comes to our halftime scoreboard show, we'll be able to actually have some time, some scores to give you. It's taking longer than you'd expect.
They must be really looking at this. Here we go.
After video review, the ruling on the field stands. Henderson will be charged a timeout, and they will lose their challenge. The result of the play is 3rd down.
So the Reddies, so it stands, which the longer it takes, the more you think it's going to have to stand.
Right.
At this level. You get at where you get a few more angles, the longer it takes, the more you think it might be overturned. But regardless, it's 3rd down and 12 for the Weevils. Twins to either side. Brown's going to drop back to pass. Steps up and falls down thanks to Jacoby Shell.
And we just said that at the beginning of the game, Gary Lewis, who's back there, and Jacoby Shell, they have to get in the backfield and get a sack. And that's what, about the 3rd or 4th sack today, is that right? Because they've been all over the UAM quarterback Brown. And the Reddies came in ranked 10th in the conference in sacks.
Weevils can take it down to the 2-minute timeout, and they will do so. Get the official announcement, then we'll step aside.
This is the 2-minute timeout. Media.
2 minutes
Second
left.
and final.
We will step aside to be back after this with the final 2 minutes of the half. You're listening to Reddie Football on the Henderson State Sports Network.
You know that sound anywhere. It's the crisp crunch of that first nacho chip. With its perfect cheese to sour cream ratio sitting atop a layer of delicious beans, it's a sip away from perfection. That's what we're looking for. Add a delicious, refreshing Pepsi and we've achieved absolute nacho nirvana. Because while you can pile those nachos high with every spicy, cheesy, savory topping, there's no topping a cool Pepsi finish. Nachos, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Sodexo would like to invite you to a new dining experience on the beautiful campus of Henderson State University. Come dine with us in our new dining hall or retail locations including Starbucks, perfect for your break times. Grab a quick lunch at Chick-fil-A where it's always a pleasure to serve you, and check out the all-new Reddie Grill. Fresh ingredients made to order and certain to put you in that Reddie spirit. Sodexo, encouraging you to eat well, live ready.
The Southwest Auto Collection in Arkadelphia is a proud sponsor of Henderson State Athletics. We offer the best American-made vehicles: Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. We have the largest selection and lowest prices, and we're the only dealer who'll give you tires for life with every new car you purchase. Come see the Southwest Auto Collection at 10th Street in Arkadelphia or go online at idriveswa.com. The Southwest Auto Collection in Arkadelphia.
When a patient rings the bell after completing cancer treatment, we celebrate one more step toward healing. And with the new UAMS Baptist Health Cancer Center, we celebrate the trusted choice in cancer care. The two greatest healthcare forces in Arkansas have come together to deliver second-to-none treatments with the latest technology, all in celebration of you. Learn more at baptist-healthcancercenter.com. Baptist Health, for you, for life.
Knight's punt away. Faircats called for and made it the 10-yard line by the Reddies, so that's where they'll take over. They have 2 timeouts and a minute 53 to play here in our first half. Here comes Andrew Edwards in the Reddie offense, a 3-receiver set. Has a chance. Handoff. Davis has a big seam up the middle, across the 25, stays on his feet all the way up to the 35-yard line.
And that'll stop the clock for a moment, but that gets them out of deep in their own end zone and gives them nice room to work here. 65 yards to go. They can get it in the end zone before the half to get the ball back to start the second half.
You almost don't want to think, and we'll finish that in a minute. Screen pass complete to Robbie Williams up to the 38-yard line. Reddies want to move quickly. Look at the ball on the right hash moving up that right side. Fakes the handoff. Edwards looking, throws to the boundary, finds Timione Jackson complete, and he steps out of bounds just shy of the midfield stripe.
Smart by Jackson. Get out of bounds, stop that clock, keep your timeouts. Now you're just shy of midfield. And you're moving the ball well.
Clock stopped at a minute 29 to play in the half. Big run by Davis, big reception by Jackson. The 2 scoring plays, the 2 big plays of the drive. Check down Davis. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and maybe another half a yard. They'll mark him at midfield, clock running.
Minute 15 and running.
Trips triangle out at the boundary. It's usually a run here, and it is to Davis. He's going to want to get outside. Nice block by Caden Davis. JD's got the first down, and he trots out of bounds to the 38-yard line of the Boll Weevils. And there is an injured UAM player. That'll stop the clock at a minute 2.
Well, nice 12-yard gain into plus territory. And you got a minute 2, like you said, and Reddies are using the whole field well here on this drive.
Still got those 2 timeouts. Had a scoring play 16 seconds into a game. And no, it's not Harding. They don't kick off till 3. Southeastern on the road. First play of the game.
2-run bomb.
A 2-run bomb. A safety. No, excuse me. It was a sack, on top of which was an intentional grounding flag. Happened in the end zone, so safety action.
2-run bomb, and that didn't take long.
Alfred Hankins, the injured Bull Weevil, he's up and walking on his own. He'll make that slow walk to the sideline.
Now the good thing is you got, with a minute 2 and 2 timeouts, and you can go in the middle of the field. You can go all over the field. So all your whole playbook is wide open right now.
What they're doing right now, though, is working. May not want to change too much of it. Edwards in the shotgun. 3 receivers set. Fakes the toss sweep. Wants to go deep. Has Ja'Cory Williams and almost intercepted. What a play by Robert Jones. He had that one tracked. Leapt and made an incredibly athletic play. Just could not bring the ball down to the ground.
Andrew just underthrew it a bit. That wind was running, because the wind wasn't really kicking. If the wind was whipping, it would have been perfect.
2nd down and 10 from the 38. Shotgun snap. Quick check down to Davis. JD stays inbounds. Still stays inbounds. Has the first down before he's finally drug out at the 28-yard line. Stopping the clock at 48 seconds.
And moving the sticks. And you still have those 2 timeouts. So a lot of things you can do. You're not in any super hurry right here. You'd like to put it in the end zone with zeros on the board.
Looks like a few umbrellas have started to open. Think we might have a sprinkle or two here or there. Two receivers to the left. Fakes the pass. Now it's check down. Ja'Cory Williams out of that H-back spot. Bounces off one man. He's got the first down inside the 15 to the 13-yard line with 40 seconds. They'll stop the clock to move the chains. The Reddies will be right up on it. Space to the left. Check down. There's Robbie Williams again. Inside the 10 and out of bounds. And Troy, Robbie Williams, the first receiver this season to have 60 yards or more in 2 consecutive games receiving, which is kind of rare considering
very rare.
Reddie receiving corps is usually pretty good at putting up big numbers.
Again, 33 seconds and still 2 timeouts, and you're inside the 10. So
I would start flirting with a run game.
Yeah,
here.
if you want to start running the football here.
They won't, though. Edwards will pass over the middle, untouched. Timione Jackson, touchdown Reddies.
And you couldn't ask for a better scoring drive. You know, working the field, going up 2 scores with 30 seconds left, and you're going to get the ball back to start the second half.
A slow start for the Reddies doesn't seem to have done too much damage yet. King will come on for the extra point. More than likely wanting to avenge. He'll kick that one up and through. We're back in 30 seconds with the Reddie kickoff here on the Henderson State Sports Network.
Do you have an idea that you'd like to see on a t-shirt? Print Mania can help you turn your idea into a reality. Print Mania offers a variety of t-shirts for you to choose from. We also have personalized service, which will allow you to work with an artist who will help you create your t-shirt. Print Mania also does embroidery and engraving. Come visit us at 624 Main Street in Arkadelphia or call 870-246-3803. Print Mania, proud supporters of Henderson State University.
30 seconds remains on the clock here in the first half. The Reddies with a 21-7 lead over UAM. An impressive scoring drive as the Reddies move the ball down the field. Did not even have to use a timeout.
See what Monticello does with this last 30 seconds because they have all 3 of theirs left.
And we'll see what King wants to do with the kick. Reddies will cover it. High end-over-end kick. That is deep, and it will land about 3 yards deep in the end zone and be taken out with a touchback.
Monticello has to be careful here. They turn the football over. Reddies still got 2 timeouts left. They could put another score up before the half.
Spot at the 25-yard line, right hash. Brown will be in the shotgun, 3 receivers set. They'll look to the sideline, still 15 on the play clock. Plenty of time to get that updated play call.
Boy, they take the full 40 seconds or 25, whichever's up there.
Play action, Brown flushed out of the pocket. He'll throw it
There
out
it
to
is.
the
Ooh.
side, and it will be thrown away across the nearest target.
It's good that he got it up because, I mean, he had 2 defenders right there. If that was an errant throw, Reddies would have had a pick six or at least interception and set up for another score.
Second down and 10. Clock stopped at 23 seconds. Lights come on here at the stadium. It's gotten more overcast throughout the afternoon. Brown wants to run. Left side, lowers his shoulder, gets out of bounds with little, if any, gain.
And it's another out of bounds, so all the timeouts are saved. So here you go.
Can't take them with you. But that's not necessarily a bad thing.
If the Reddies hold them here, maybe they'll call a quick timeout and try to set something up.
Third down and 9 officially. Clock stopped 19 seconds. Snap. Run play going nowhere for Rhodes, and the Reddies will take that timeout.
Yeah, force a punt. You may go after the block here. The Reddies haven't gone after the block punt yet. Now you would go after the block punt. And
timeout. Henderson. Their second of the half. Please reset the game clock to 13 seconds.
They'll get an extra second out of it. And the Reddies have played very conservative in punt return. And that's kind of something that we've done all year. And the one time we did go after one, we got hit with a roughing the kicker penalty.
Yeah.
That was against Arkansas Tech. So we'll see if the Reddies have worked on that much over the last few weeks here. And they'll send Devin Adams back into his own territory. You've got one timeout left, 13 seconds. Depending on how long this play is, you can take a shot and maybe get some yards and try for a long field goal with the wind at your back. McKnight back on his own 10-yard line. Reddies will send everybody. Almost got a hand on it. You're going to have to pick it up and go. It's going to roll.
Clock's not running.
Clock is not running.
Clock did not run.
Stop it at the 35-yard line. There is a flag in the backfield. Back around the 20. Thrown by the white hat. And clock down, they set it now to 7 seconds. At this point,
they don't know what to do here.
At this point, just either wave it off or mark the penalty. It doesn't look like either team's going to take any more timeouts. Get to the half.
Holding on the receiving team, number 4. It's a 10-yard penalty. It'll be first down.
Jalen Abraham, the culprit there. Mark the Reddies even further back than what the punt rolled, to around the 25-yard line.
I think they'll probably just take a knee on this one.
At this point, unless you had a good setup for a return or you got a piece of the punt.
Right.
Absolutely.
Please reset the game clock to 4 seconds.
Even better. Took 3 extra seconds off of there. And the Reddies will just get under center. As soon as they mark it ready, Edwards will take a knee and we'll head to an intermission. Does just that. No real pressure, and both teams will head toward the locker room. 2 quarters of play complete here in Arkadelphia on what has become a cloudy homecoming day. After a slow start, the Reddies fired off a much better second quarter to take this 2-score lead into the break. Halftime in Arkadelphia, your score, Reddies 21, Boll Weevils 7. We'll take this time out and be back with your halftime show next on the Henderson State Sports Network.
SCM Architects have been serving Henderson State University for over 20 years. You'll recognize the firm's work on campus in the design of the dining hall, the Charles Dunn Student Recreation Center, Sturgis Honors Hall, and East and West Residence Hall. This year, SCM Architects have been privileged to work on the new Charles and Anita Cabe Student Athlete Success Center and the restoration of the historic Captain Henderson House. Learn more about the firm's higher education, commercial interior design, historic preservation, and master planning projects at scmarchitects.com. Java Primo, where amazing coffee is just the beginning. Visit Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia, on Central Avenue in Hot Springs, and on the Square in Magnolia. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, gifts, or desserts, Java Primo has something amazing for everyone. Shop for gifts and gift cards for your favorite Reddie online 24/7 at javaprimo.com.
The Southwest Auto Collection in Arkadelphia is a proud sponsor of Henderson State Athletics. We offer the best American-made vehicles: Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. We have the largest selection and lowest prices, and we're the only dealer who give you tires for life with every new car you purchase. Come see the Southwest Auto Collection at 10th Street in Arkadelphia, or go online at idriveswa.com. The Southwest Auto Collection in Arkadelphia.
Henderson State Reddie apparel and souvenirs. Stop by the Reddie Bookstore, located on the HSU campus in the Garrison Center. Open before every game. You can also purchase apparel and gift items under the Reddie Bookstore tent during the game. The Reddie Bookstore is open 8 to 5 Monday through Thursday and 8 to 4 on Friday. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Reddie Bookstore, or online at www.reddiebookstore.com. Reddie Bookstore, proud supporters of Henderson State Athletics.
Welcome into the SCM Architects halftime show. Serving Henderson State University for over 20 years, SCM Architects is a proud sponsor of Reddie Athletics. SCM has provided Henderson State with a new dining hall, recreation center, student athlete success center, and dormitories, all within the last 5 years. SCM Architects is a proud supporter of Henderson State Athletics. What has become a very cloudy, overcast homecoming game has turned into a 21-7 lead for the Reddies at the half. And Troy, as we kind of talked just through the views of the first half, it was a very slow offensive half for the Reddies in spite of having 21 points on the board.
Well, it would start out real slow. Both teams, couldn't move the ball to begin the first quarter, and it ended up 7-0. Reddies finally scored there late in the first quarter, and kind of gave UAM their touchdown after going up a chance to go up by 2 scores, as the Reddies fumbled into the end zone and also had a penalty on a drive that allowed UAM to tie it up. But quickly we get the kick return for the touchdown, and that was a great run. Was it 92 yards?
92-yard return for Jody Easter, his second of the season. Both came at home, and Special teams early on in the year was something that the Reddies really struggled with, particularly the kick coverage. But that first kick of the game, they were aided by Williams with not a very wise decision, and Monticello did not get a first down until late in the first quarter.
Right. Well, and we talked a little bit, and we'll go over the stats a little bit more. I said Reddies will get 500 yards of offense before this game's over with, and they're 271 already, 191 yards passing, 80 yards rushing. So that's more of a Henderson team. You usually see them getting the low to mid 100s in rushing and about 250 yards passing. And when they do that, they usually come out on top. And they finally just kind of turned it on there in the second quarter and scoring there right there with 30 seconds left to go in half, and knowing that they get the ball back to start the second half, you need to really come out and score and just kind of start to put this away.
Very much in the driver's seat now are the Reddies in this one.
And what's strange, well, not strange because this is what Monticello was planning on doing. The time of possession, UAM has had the ball for nearly 18 minutes to Henderson's 12 minutes. But you knew UAM was going to – they're taking about the full 40 seconds off the play clock each time they have the football.
Every single time. It's something that you don't see a lot with a spread shotgun-based offense. You see Harding take a lot of time, but that's just because of the style of play as opposed to, being in the shotgun. And even though it's a run-heavy offense, it's not something that usually takes that much time off the clock.
And I think they've done a great job on Brown. I mean, he's 4 or 7 passing for 50 yards, but he's rushed 14 times for 32 yards. And so they're keeping him to about 2 yards per rush. So, not a lot of long plays for UAM. The defense has been doing a good job in containing him. Their top receiver crossed 3 catches for 44 yards, and we talked about he had his one long play was the 32 yards when Jennings slipped. So, I mean, really UAM hasn't done anything offensively to really, keep the Reddie defense off guard.
Indeed. We'll take our first time out of our SCM Architects halftime show. We'll come back with stats, scores, and more here as you're listening to Reddie Football on the Henderson State Sports Network.
Close your eyes. Unless you're driving. Then that's dangerous. But everyone else, close your eyes. Picture this. It's a Monday afternoon. You're standing at the counter at Domino's as they hand over a delicious, cheesy, melty, hot, large 3-topping pizza. You hand the smiling Domino's employee $7.99, plus tax, of course, of your hard-earned cheddar. You feel invigorated and alive. Now, picture this. It's a Friday. You're standing at the counter at Domino's as they hand over a delicious, cheesy, melty, hot, large 3-topping pizza. You hand the same Domino's employee more cash than you did on Monday? But that doesn't make any sense. But then, a radio commercial comes from on high and says,
Domino's is now extending its $7.99 large 3-topping carryout deal to all day, every day.
You fist pump into the air, punching the roof of your car. You are alive again, but your fist hurts. But you're still thinking about Domino's. Carryout only. You must ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, and charges may vary.
It's time to play Perfect Food Pairings, brought to you by Mountain Dew. Contestants, are you ready?
Ready? Oh, yeah.
Yep. For $500, this dish pairs perfectly with the bold citrus kick of Mountain Dew and is typically eaten with your hands.
Oh, street tacos.
Sorry, that is not the answer we're looking for.
Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Sorry, that is also not the answer.
What the heck?
Is it chicken wings?
Can you be more specific?
Boneless chicken wings.
Close.
Boneless chicken wings with smoky chipotle sauce.
Correct. You just won $500.
What? Wait a second. Yeah, hold on. Mountain Dew pairs perfectly with street tacos. Why wasn't that correct?
And Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Yeah.
I just had some with an ice cold Mountain Dew.
The indescribable flavor of Mountain Dew pairs with way more than chicken wings.
Who wrote these questions?
Who wrote these answers?
If we could move on to the next question.
Let's just split the $500 3 ways.
3 does not go into 500.
This show is so lame.
This show is not lame.
Yeah, you're lame.
Lame.
Who are you calling lame?
Calling you lame, Mr. Lame-o, 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 lame-o.
Nothing pairs perfectly with food like Mountain Dew. Do the do.
Sodexo would like to invite you to a new dining experience on the beautiful campus of Henderson State University. Come dine with us in our new dining hall or retail locations including Starbucks, perfect for your break times. Grab a quick lunch at Chick-fil-A, where it's always a pleasure to serve you. And check out the all-new Reddie Grill. Fresh ingredients made to order and certain to put you in that Reddie spirit. Sodexo, encouraging you to eat well, live ready.
SCM Architects have been serving Henderson State University for over 20 years. You'll recognize the firm's work on campus in the design of the dining hall, the Charles Dunn Student Recreation Center, Sturgis Honors Hall, and East and West Residence Hall. This year, SCM Architects have been privileged to work on the new Charles and Anita Cabe Student Athlete Success Center and the restoration of the historic Captain Henderson House. Learn more about the firm's higher education, commercial interior design, historic preservation, and master planning projects at scmarchitects.com.
We've invented a new messaging system using the crisp sounds of Bud Light. Crisp Code, Lesson 86. This is how you say, gee willikers, it's a hot one. Let's cool down with some Bud Lights. And that's it for today. Bud Light, crisp.
Enjoy responsibly. Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dreams. Wherever you are in your wealth building journey, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Proud supporter of the Henderson Reddies. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Henderson State Sports is brought to you on the Arkansas Rocks Radio Network, KDEL 100.9 FM and KVRC 1340 AM Arkadelphia, KZYP 1310 AM and K281CK 104.1 Malvern, KWPS 99.7 FM Cattle Valley Hot Springs, and KYXK 106.9 FM Gurdon.
Welcome back in to the SCM Architects Halftime Show. It's now time to take a look at today's halftime stats, sponsored by Pepsi. Pepsi is made for football watching and is proud to be the official soft drink of Reddie Athletics. We'll start with stats for UAM. 31 offensive plays for 95 total yards, 50 through the air, 45 on the ground in 24 attempts. 6 total first downs for the Boll Weevils. 6 punts, averaging almost 41 yards a punt. 2 penalties for 20 yards. A 17-minute, 41-second time of possession. 3 of 9 on third down. Have not tried a third down or fourth down conversion yet. Rather, 1 of 1 in the red zone. DeMylan Brown, 4 of 7 passing, 50 yards. He's been sacked 3 times. He's also run the ball 14 times for 32 total yards. Bullock with 2 carries for 6. Rhodes 5 for 4. Cage 3 for 3. Isaiah Cross, the leading receiver, 3 catches for 44 yards. Fair with 1 for 6. Those are the only ones. Cage's run, one of his 3 runs, obviously was the touchdown run from 1 yard out halfway through the second quarter. Defensively, LaJuan Powell, Robert Iverson, and Taylor Collins all lead the way for UAM with 5 tackles apiece. For the Reddies, 38 offensive plays, 271 total yards, 191 through the air, 80 on the ground in 14 attempts. Only 1 punt today, 4 penalties for 46 yards, a 12-19 time of possession, 1 of 4 on third down, 1 of 1 on fourth down, 1 of 3 in the red zone. Andrew Edwards, 19 of 24 passing for 191 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's also run the ball 3 times for 10 yards. Jeremiah Davis, the leading rusher, 8 carries, 56 yards. 2 carries for 15 yards for Abraham. Robbie Williams, the leading receiver, 6 catches, 63 yards. Timion Jackson, 4 catches, 17 yards and a score. Caden Davis, 3 catches, 62 yards and a touchdown. JD's also got 3 catches for 15 yards. Jody Easter, that 1 kick return, 92 yards for a touchdown. Darian Thompson with 9 tackles to lead the way for the Reddies. Gary Lewis with 5. Jacoby Shell with 4 to lead the way. Troy, what all of that kind of sticks out to you if you take a look?
Well, basically, I mean, we discussed it at the beginning of the game. The Reddies' balance offense, getting the running game. I said we're going to have at least one guy in the 100-yard mark rushing. Jeremiah Davis has that opportunity to do it. Andrew Edwards is spinning the ball well. You know, he's had a couple overthrows, and I think maybe the wind affected that. I think he came out a little bit antsy at the beginning. He calmed down, but the defense is what's been playing really well. I mean, we said they came in ranked 10th in the conference in sacks. They have 3. They've been all in that backfield. They've been stuffing the run, and that's been the big thing. When you hold a team that had 250 yards last week rushing, and today they haven't ran the ball but for, 24 times for 45 yards? I mean, that's less than 2 yards of rushing attempts. So they've really been doing the job on the ground game.
Anytime you keep a college football team under 100 yards of offense in a half, that's pretty good shape.
Yeah, and I think Reddies come out and scored right off the bat, and UAM is just you have Brown and you have Cross, and that's it. I mean, really nobody else has done a thing. And we said if you stop Brown, you stop UAM.
And the Reddies have done a pretty good job of that this afternoon. Those 3 sacks weighing in very heavily. Let's take a 3-minute timeout. We'll come back with a scoreboard report, keep you up to date with what's going on around the GAC. Back after this. You're listening to Ready Football on the Henderson State Sports Network.
Dear past, present, and future football watchers. We know, we've heard the news. Football is back. Just how you remembered it. Tailgates with an ice-cold Pepsi in hand? Totally back. That between-play sprint to the fridge for more Pepsi is back, baby. I've really missed this. Anyways, you're probably wondering why we're writing you. Well, football isn't the only thing that's back. Date nights, family reunions, all those appointments you've been putting off. They're starting to clog up the calendar and getting in the way of what should be a whole lot of football watching. So consider this your official excuse for always putting football watching first, courtesy of Pepsi. That haircut appointment? Your mom told us you look great, so you should probably reschedule. Seeing the in-laws for the first time in ages.
It's been so long.
Nope, sorry, Susan, not if it's on Sunday. Long story short, after the year we've all had, we think you could use a little football watching. So crack open a Pepsi and cheer your football watching face off. With love, Pepsi. Made for football watching. That's what I like.
Hi, I'm Sadie, student and team leader.
And I'm Lauren, student and agriculturalist.
When we rise above alcohol and drugs, we reach for, expect, achieve, and accomplish more.
The minute we think about using alcohol or drugs, we lower our chance of living our best life. When we rise above, we respect ourselves and lead by example.
Being drug and alcohol free has always been the best way to be.
Let's do this!
Join the RAD movement
and challenge yourself to rise above alcohol and drugs.
This message brought to you by Ouachita Children, Youth, and Family Services Prevention Program.
Brookshire's proudly supports the Henderson State Reddies football team. At Brookshire's, you can save on fuel or groceries with your points, where every dollar you spend earns you 1 point. Plus, score big with meat that is cut fresh daily and enjoy lower prices on the freshest produce. In a hurry? Let us do the shopping for you with our convenient curbside online ordering and pickup. Visit Brookshires.com to place your order today. Brookshire's, your ultimate tailgating destination. Go Reddies and go Brookshires.
It's time to play Perfect Food Pairings, brought to you by Mountain Dew. Contestants, are you ready?
Ready?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. For $500, this dish pairs perfectly with the bold citrus kick of Mountain Dew and is typically eaten with your hands.
Oh, street tacos.
Sorry, that is not the answer we're looking for.
Flamin' Hot Cheetos?
Sorry, that is also not the answer.
What the heck?
Is it chicken wings?
Can you be more specific?
Boneless chicken wings.
Close.
Boneless chicken wings with smoky chipotle sauce.
Correct. You just won $500.
What? Wait a second.
Yeah, hold on. Mountain Dew pairs perfectly with street tacos.
Uh-huh.
Why wasn't that correct?
And Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Yeah.
I just had some with an ice cold Mountain Dew.
The indescribable flavor of Mountain Dew pairs with way more than chicken wings.
Who wrote these questions?
Who wrote these answers?
If we could move on to the next question.
Let's just split the $500 3 ways.
3 does not go into 500.
This show is so lame.
This show is not lame.
Yeah, you're lame.
Lame.
Who are you calling lame?
Calling you lame, Mr. Lame-o.
Nothing pairs perfectly with food like Mountain Dew. Do the Dew.
The Southwest Auto Collection in Arkadelphia is a proud sponsor of Henderson State Athletics. We offer the best American-made vehicles: Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. We have the largest selection and lowest prices, and we're the only dealer who give you tires for life with every new car you purchase. Come see the Southwest Auto Collection at 10th Street in Arkadelphia, or go online at idriveswa.com. the Southwest Auto Collection in Arkadelphia.
SCM Architects have been serving Henderson State University for over 20 years. You'll recognize the firm's work on campus in the design of the dining hall, the Charles Dunn Student Recreation Center, Sturgis Honors Hall, and East and West Residence Hall. This year, SCM Architects have been privileged to work on the new Charles and Anita Cabe Student Athlete Success Center and the restoration of the historic Captain Henderson House. Learn more about the firm's higher education, commercial interior design, historic preservation, and master planning projects at scmarchitects.com.
We know you'd rather not be listening to an ad, but if you have to, a mini ad is better. Maybe even a Pepsi mini ad. Still all the flavor of the full-size thing, just minier. Pepsi Minis. That's what I like.
Blake Smith, Troy Mitchell back here with you from Carpenter Haygood Stadium. Let's take a look at the scoreboard from across the Great American Conference. We will start in our place of playing next week out in Alva, where with 13:26 to play in the half, Northwestern leads Oklahoma Baptist 10-0. Oklahoma Baptist usually not held scoreless an entire half, especially in an Oklahoma game, but Northwestern's got something going right.
I'm kind of stunned by that one. Even though it's only early in the second quarter, the Rangers, it must be homecoming or something there, because they're putting it on early on Oklahoma Baptist.
They are indeed. We'll see what that comes out of that. 11:05 to play in the second quarter in Weatherford. 9-0 Southeastern. And Southeastern with that safety, and then had a touchdown on the next possession about the 10:39 mark. So they lead that one 9-0. Still plenty of time before half there.
Yeah, that's something that we kind of expected there. I think Southeastern, like you say, it's early in the second quarter. I think they'll put it on them, but this next score kind of is surprising over in Bethany.
In Bethany, 14:52, so they're just underway in the second quarter. Southern Nazarene 14, East Central 7.
And that just surprising me. As much as Southern Nazarene has struggled this year offensively, they're already up 14-7. Was up 14-0 in the first quarter until East Central just scored. So we'll see how that one progresses.
Well, in terms of predictions on this one, Troy, you were right. Just 2 minutes into the second quarter, Ouachita up 21-0. They scored 3 touchdowns in the first quarter, all without Eli Livingston. He has not played today. Nate Tinbarge, the freshman, with the start.
And there's no need to. I mean, if he's just a little bit banged up after the Harding game, there's no sense in it. Let Ouachita's still going to beat Arkansas Tech, because they have that quarterback issue, and you can see they can't move the football whatsoever right now against the Tigers.
17 yards in the first quarter and 2 minutes. Not ideal. Again, it's 21-7 here, about 10 seconds away from getting the all clear to kick off for the second half. Reddies will be getting the football. They'll be moving from our broadcast right to left here in the half, or in the quarter rather, as Duhan will kick it away. No relation to former Duke forward Chris Duhan. You remember him, Troy?
Yeah.
He's part of those really good Duke teams that I just hate watched as much as I could when I was a kid.
It's a good slate of college football games all over the country today. Ohio State hung on to win 21-17 over Nebraska.
A little pooch kick, a little surprise, and it's going to go out of bounds.
Well, wherever he goes out of bounds, you add 5 yards, so we should get the ball at the 43 or 42, because they can tack on 5 yards from that.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team, 5 yards, first down.
How about Indiana going to 8-0, winning 31-17?
That is a very pleasant surprise.
Yeah, it's good to see them. They haven't had a winning season since King Kong was a chimp.
I haven't heard that one yet. That's a good one. First down. Hickory dickory, here comes a trickery, and it wasn't meant to be. Ja'Cory Williams slid down on the little reverse.
Devontae Bond there, the senior from Starkville, Mississippi, a transfer, read that perfectly. He happened to be in the right spot at the right time.
I don't think Williams had very good footing underneath him either. So now it's 2nd down and 14. Reddies will keep those trips on the left side, but they'll space them out this time. Edwards steps up, now flushed out, and he tripped up and is brought down.
Well, Reddie not coming out the second half on fire as Theron Bellard, the defensive lineman, records a sack for UAM, and now the Reddies are way behind the sticks.
3rd down and 18. It's a minute in, and the Reddies are moving in the wrong direction pretty consistently. They'll go with a 2-back look. 3 receivers. Maybe an extra blocker, maybe an extra receiver. Edwards looks over the middle, complete. There's Micah Green. He's hit hard at the 46-yard line. 6 yards shy of the line to gain. And out comes the punt unit. The Reddies, not a lot of noise. They'll go 3 and out.
They'll flip the field here. Try to pin them back deep. And rely on the defense to get the ball back.
Robertson on to punt for just the 2nd time today from the 32-yard line. He'll kick it away. High spiraling kick. Slade LeBlanc, the backup running back, will let it bounce, and it takes a big-time Reddie roll all the way to the 1-yard line.
Beautiful
How about
kick.
Axel Robertson with the kick?
He had that ball spinning beautifully, and the coverage team got down there quick.
Timeout on the field, 12:59 to play in the 3rd. Still 21-7 in favor of the Reddies. We're back after this.
Media.
It's Reddie Football on the Henderson State Sports Network.
Dear past, present, and future football watchers. We know, we've heard the news. Football is back, just how you remembered it. Tailgates with an ice-cold Pepsi in hand? Totally back. That between-play sprint to the fridge for more Pepsi is back, baby. I've really missed this. Anyways, you're probably wondering why we're writing you. Well, football isn't the only thing that's back. Date nights, family reunions, all those appointments you've been putting off. They're starting to clog up the calendar and getting in the way of what should be a whole lot of football watching. So consider this your official excuse for always putting football watching first, courtesy of Pepsi. That haircut appointment? Your mom told us you look great, so you should probably reschedule. Seeing the in-laws for the first time in ages.
It's been so long.
Nope, sorry, Susan, not if it's on Sunday. Long story short, after the year we've all had, we think you could use a little football watching. So crack open a Pepsi and cheer your football watching face off. With love, Pepsi. Made for football watching. That's what I like.
Monticello pinned all the way back to their own 1-yard line. 99 yards of turf in front of them. Brown will head back in the shotgun about 5 yards deep in the end zone.
Watch Gary Lewis here on the outside.
Now, not a lot of room to operate. Will throw, finds his man Cross at about the 8-yard line. Progress will drive him back. They'll actually give him the 6, maybe the 7 it looks like.
They'll put it on the 6, so a gain of 5.
A little generous spot there for the Reddies defensively. 2nd down and 5. Weevil's taking their time. They understand that in order to be competitive in this game, they've got to keep the ball for as long as they possibly can. Brown fakes to the left, now goes right and runs into his own man, or he would have had big-time yardage.
Yeah. Cody Loop got right in his way, the big tight end, and Brown ran right into him, or like you said, he could have been gone. A little sidestep, and he's taking it down south.
He was fast on that one. Inside of 12 minutes to play in the 3rd. Still 21-7 in favor of the Reddies. UAM already moved 17 yards on this drive. Handoff, right side, stumbling around the spin was Rhodes, and he falls forward for about 3 yards, it turns out. 2nd down and 7.
Jamarian Citizen in on the stop. The redshirt sophomore from Church Point, Louisiana.
Second down and 7. Brown out of the shotgun. Designed run play to the right. Spins, nowhere to go, and he's brought down in the backfield. A 2-yard loss on the play.
Well, Gary Lewis was right there like a wall. Somebody was holding him. Of course, Gary didn't make the tackle, but that changed Brown's direction.
Outside contain is a simple assignment if you can pull it off. So now it's 3rd down and 9. Clock running. Twin receivers to either side for Brown here on 3rd down and long. Take a 5-step drop.
Oh, he's holding him, and no call.
And it won't matter. There goes Brown, finally drugged down from behind. Great job by Trenton Moore and Jordan Owens. Ends up still technically, I would call that a sack.
Oh, yeah. Kendall Walker just had his arms completely around Owens, and I don't know what the referee was saying. It looked like he was tackling him.
It's on the only thing I can think of is it's on the backside, and the referee's key is the quarterback. Especially if he takes off running, he kind of had his back turned to that play. Not saying it was the best mechanic, but that's probably what it ended up being an excuse. McKnight stands on his own 1, right where the Weevils started this drive. Devin Adams on the midfield stripe. Kick is underway and is a clean, beautiful punt. Adams will catch it backpedaling at the 45.
Put it on the 44.
Well, they'll mark him back even further. And it looks like we're going to keep it right here.
We're going to put it on the 44, right on the E in Reddies.
You know, been on the road a couple of times the last couple of weeks, and as Chase Hartzell and I kind of pointed out to each other before we went on air, some schools still have the flags. They still have the old Reddie logo.
Oh, yeah.
And this one's been in use for several years now. Toss sweep left side to Davis on 1st down. JD breaks a couple of tackles at the 40. He's still on his feet to the 30 and knocked out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. And just like that, a very nice UAM punt is all for naught. 1st and 10, Reddies from the UAM 17.
Actually, the new H came in about 2014. Right there in the transition, 2014, 2015 era, right in that era.
A decade ago, so you would think that everyone would have time to adjust, but still see that old Reddie logo quite a bit. Davis comes in motion now, an H-back instead of a slot back. And off Davis again. JD just falls down. No gain.
Nothing there. No UAM defensive front closed down that hole.
Reddy's very hesitant to run up the middle for bits and pieces of the first quarter, or first half rather. Started to open up a little bit as the quarter progressed. So 2nd down and 10 from the 17, 3-receiver set. Takes the handoff to Jones. Edwards going for 6, going for Micah Green. Tiptoes in. Touchdown, Reddies.
Waiting for a signal. There it is. Referee wanted to make sure he brought it all the way in. The field judge makes the call as he gets tangled up in the fencing there in the tailgate area, but Reddies put it up on the board.
A great job by Green getting both feet in bounds. Nice little 1-2 step. It's in for 6. King on for the extra point. Clean snap, clean hold. Kick is up, plenty of leg, and it's good. 8-11 to play in the third. The new score, Reddies 28, UAM 7. We're back after this on the Henderson State Sports Network.
Do you have an idea that you'd like to see on a t-shirt? Print Mania can help you turn your idea into a reality. Print Mania offers a variety of t-shirts for you to choose from. We also have personalized service, which will allow you to work with an artist who will help you create your t-shirt. Print Mania also does embroidery and engraving. Come visit us at 624 Main Street in Arkadelphia or call 870-246-3803. Print Mania, proud supporters of Henderson State University.
When a patient rings the bell after completing cancer treatment, we celebrate one more step toward healing. And with the new UAMS Baptist Health Cancer Center, we celebrate the trusted choice in cancer care. The two greatest healthcare forces in Arkansas have come together to deliver second-to-none treatments with the latest technology, all in celebration of you. Learn more at baptist-healthcancercenter.com. Baptist Health, for you, for life.
8:11 to play in the third, 28-7. Reddies all over UAM. And King will line it up to kick it away once more. On this homecoming day, you tell that there's a lot of alum in the stands just based off their reaction to the band playing the fight song. A lot of clapping along. King's kick will bounce half a yard deep in the end zone. Just in very dangerous territory.
I tell you, the deep back return man didn't even turn around. If that ball would have just hit a half yard, it goes, Reddies pick it up and just run into the end zone. He's lucky it hit the end zone. Because I didn't see the return man even turn his head.
No, it wasn't even. He was way closer than he thought it would be. So, regardless, 1st and 10 UAM from their own 25-yard line. They'll look over the sideline once again.
Oh, yeah, a lot of alum in the booster room still.
Enjoying their halftime schmoozing. Brown flushed out of the pocket, rolls out right, throwing it deep, has a man complete. Great job by Brown to extend the play, and it's Anthony Dansby with the reception all the way down into Reddie territory to the 42-yard line.
And now UAM hurries to the line, but now looking for that audible signal.
Interesting that they don't get the play call until that point. They get the formation. Takes the handoff, screen pass out to the boundary to Juwan Turner. He's got it caught and brought down out of bounds at the 37-yard line. A 5-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, you got to think UAM's got to go with a sense of urgency. Halfway through the third quarter, and you're down by 3 scores. They're not. They're just taking their time.
They don't think they have to be in any hurry. 2 receivers to each side, spread evenly. Brown wants to pass, flushed out, check down, complete to Bullock, and he will not get a yard there. Spins down, but Moore was over there. Lewis was over there. Looked like Paul Manning had made his way over there.
They'll put it right there at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down, 6.
3 receivers this time. Have a tight end in the formation. It's Loop. They'll look. 13 seconds still on the play clock. They'll have plenty of time to get themselves in shape. Brown designed run play left side. Wants to get to the boundary. Cannot do so as he's slung down out of bounds by Colby Crawford, who has something to say to somebody on the UAM sideline.
Well, Brown, after he got out of bounds, he just fired the football, just threw it in disgust.
Tired of his line not protecting.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. So it brings up 4th down. I think they gave him maybe a yard on the play. Monticello going for it here. Now they're going to change and punt. They were going to go for it.
Gosh, they're punting that deep in Reddie territory. That's
Unless the fake's on.
Surely not. Surely, as late as they took, everybody would be ready for a fake wearing a red jersey, Lord willing. McKnight stands on his own 48-yard line. Adams hoping this one goes into the end zone. Nose down, high, short punt, fair catch. Made by Cam Thomas, rather, at the 14. 5:32 to play in the third. Reddies 28, UAM 7. An interesting choice by the Boll Weevils to punt there that deep in their own territory and only netted 15 or so yards out of it.
Especially when you're down by 3 scores. I mean, 5 minutes to play, 5:32 and left in the third quarter. You have to do something.
That's what you've been doing has not been working.
And if the Reddies score here, you can basically put this one away. And, you know, Henderson's not going to be in a big hurry. Try to get a ground game, keep the ground game going.
Edwards will pass on first down. He's flushed out of the pocket, and now will start the run game on his own. Across the 20, across the 25, across the 30, and finally pushed out of bounds. All the way to the 33-yard line.
And that's the plus of having a mobile quarterback, you know. Everything collapses, guys covered. He can get out and run the football for you. He's got decent speed and, you know, good awareness of the field.
Reddies will keep that clock moving, too. It's something that they're probably keeping in the back of their minds. Screen pass, a little sidearm sling to Micah Green. He's up to the 35, and now they'll call it the 36-yard line.
Yeah, Reddies want to keep the clock running and take as much of it off each play.
As long as you're making positive yardage each play and continuing to get first downs.
Right. I mean, they're taking it down to about 10 seconds on the play clock, and we're still only in the third quarter. When you're up 3 scores, you don't want to do anything to let them back in it.
Handoff on second down. Davis flagged down. Bounces to the outside. Has a lot of room across midfield. Lowers the shoulder out of bounds. And this one probably coming back.
I think it was a formation penalty.
And we will
shift.
5-yarder.
Illegal shift by the offense. Number 87 and number 14, both in motion at the snap. 5 yards, still second down.
So the Reddies negate a big running play, having 2 men in motion at the snap. So they'll have it second down and 12 from their own 31-yard line. Empty backfield for Edwards. Now Jackson goes in orbit motion. Edwards runs opposite of him. Takes off on his own again. Across midfield. There goes Andrew Edwards. 30-25. Finally drug down from behind around the 15-yard line. And that orbit motion must have really confused the UAM defense because Edwards went opposite and turned on the Jets.
And Edwards is cut up gingerly. He looks a little bit, look at him, he looks a little bit hurt. You may want to take him out and give him a breather because he's limping.
Almost favoring that left side because he got drugged down by that left shoulder, pulled down pretty hard. He'll stay in the game, though.
Now, if the Reddies score here, he may not be back in the game.
Shotgun snap, handoff to Davis inside the 10 and down exactly to the 10, a 5-yard gain.
If you can go up 4 scores there at the end of the third quarter, I think you take him out and let him rest. He's done his job for the day. I mean, you look at his passing, 22 of 27 for 223 yards, 3 touchdowns, 81% completion rate percentage, and a 187.5 QB rating.
But a pretty quiet one, if that makes any sense.
And 79 yards rushing, while Davis has 100. We said we're going to have a 100-yard rusher.
Who did? Second down and 5. Davis in motion. Pop pass complete to him. Davis tries to go outside. Now spins back. Little playground football. Not going to work for JD there. He'll lose yards, 4 of them, all the way back to the 14-yard line, and puts the Reddies in third down and long.
Clock still running, approaching 2 minutes to play in the third quarter.
That is the key. Well, I'm sure there are some people who are ready to get the game over with so they can go to their homecoming festive parties, gatherings, dinners, whatever you will.
Well, there's a few partying in the north end zone.
That is true. Edwards back to pass. A little pump and go, but he's flushed out to the right side instead. Looking for something, looking for the back of the end zone.
He's got it.
He's got Robbie Williams. Touchdown, Reddies.
We do have a flag at the 5-yard line.
I think that's a defensive hold. From as early as it was thrown and the point to which it was thrown. And if that is the last play we see out of Edwards, what a way to finish a day.
4 touchdown passes? Oh, yeah.
Holding on the defense, number 25. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a touchdown.
Made something out of nothing. That's the longest 14-yard passing touchdown you'll probably ever see. And it puts the Reddies up by that magic 4-score number.
So that makes him 25 of 30 for 233 yards and 4 touchdown tosses.
Not a bad day at the office. King on to attempt the extra point. Clean snap and hold. Kick up and good. 1:37 to play in the quarter. Reddies 35, UAM 7. Back in 30 seconds with the kickoff on the Henderson State Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Sadie, student and team leader.
And I'm Lauren, student and agriculturalist.
When we rise above alcohol and drugs, we reach for, expect, achieve, and accomplish more.
The minute we think about using alcohol or drugs, we lower our chance of living our best life. When we rise above, we respect ourselves and lead by example.
Being drug and alcohol free has always been the best way to be.
Let's do this.
Join the RAD movement
And challenge yourself to rise above alcohol and drugs.
This message brought to you by 𝗏𝗏 Children, Youth, and Family Services Prevention Program.
Well, we'll go back to Edwards' numbers here, Blake. 24 of 29, 233 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, an 83% completion percentage, and a 195.8 QB rating today.
A decent day at the office.
And 79 yards rushing to go on top of it.
Even better. A good day for Andrew Edwards, probably stating his case to be our hostess player of the game. King will kick it away, high, deep. That one, you can not even turn back and look. It'll bounce 4 yards deep in the end zone and come out for another touchback. Other than that one field goal attempt early in the game, King has looked pretty good kicking the football today. We know that's something that really has to be an emphasis for the Reddies as we come down the stretch here.
It'll be interesting to see if Edwards comes back out. I think he's done for the day. There's no sense, especially if Reddies can hold him out of the end zone here, take it into the fourth quarter.
I was about to say, I don't see the Reddies getting the ball back in this third. Just 1:37. Brown on first down. He claps, but as we know today, that means little or nothing. Now look, the actual play call. I think they just get the formation. Design quarterback run play. Brown and tackled from behind. Only got 1 yard. It was Jennings that set the edge, and I think it was Moore that came in and got the stop.
Yeah.
Jennings did all the hard work, the stuff that the Reddies could not seem to accomplish against Southern Arkansas last week. Hence allowing the Mule Riders to have a pretty good day running the football. Second down and 9, 1:05 to play in the third. People starting to make their way toward the exit slowly. Handoff, Rhodes. He'll get forward to the 29-yard line. Not a great day running the ball for Dante Rhodes.
Kavia Reese, the stop for the Reddies.
Got that pass interference play early. Rhodes down, and they have stopped play for his sake. And they'll come out and check on him. Teams will treat that as a timeout, as they should. A little extra stoppage in play. Harding and Southern Arkansas just underway. We'll give that a little bit of time before we update, although it is homecoming in Searcy today. Say this about Harding: they are a very fraternal university in terms of an alumni network. So they probably got a lot of folks there.
Arkansas putting up 58 points on a day on top of Mississippi State, 58-25 with 1:30 to play.
Woof.
Mississippi State is just awful this year.
They're bad. Not the best football team there. Now they'll wind the clock. And they'll have Bullock back in at running back. Back there with Brown, 3 receivers on 3rd down and 6. They've got to get to the 35. They fake the run, and the Reddies didn't bite on that one at all. And 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗦𝗬𝗓 will come in and get credit for the sack. And first time we've called his name today.
That's 5 sacks on the day for the Reddies. And what did I say was key for the Reddies at the top? Need to get to the quarterback. 5 times today sacked.
Boy, it's almost like they were trying to set up for a screen pass. Those offensive linemen just released and allowed the Red Sea to part right down the middle.
I think they'll let the quarter run out.
If they... Yeah,
I would, because the wind's in their face. Why not? Because the wind's in their face. Yep.
The long snapper, Lambert. And the idea. We're at the end of 3 quarters with the score. Reddies 35, UAM 7. Back after this, it's Reddie Football on the Henderson State Sports Network.
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dreams. Wherever you are in your wealth building journey, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Proud supporter of the Henderson Reddies. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Twin Rivers Health and Rehabilitation, locally owned and operated in Arkadelphia, Arkansas. Our family is committed to yours. Our experienced rehabilitation team specializes in physical, occupational, and speech therapy, all working together to get you home. Call and book a tour with us today at 870-246-6337 or visit our website at twinrivershr.com. Again, that's twinrivershr.com.
Fourth quarter of action underway now. It looks like UAM will continue to punt the football. With the wind at their back at the very least, trailing 35-7. And McKnight back around his own 11-yard line. They make sure he's ready. No call. He'll get the kick away. Wobbly kick, fair catch made at the 46-yard line by Devin Adams, and we'll play on. Reddies with their first offensive possession, and the question is, who is going to be coming out at quarterback? Andrew Edwards in the huddle. I don't see Zach Baker, and it will still be Edwards.
Maybe one more series.
He starts out with an empty backfield. Jackson in the far side slot. It may bring him in motion. They will not. Edwards going to throw immediately. It's caught by Bryson Corbin, and he's down immediately at the 50. Caught it, fell down immediately. First catch of the day for Bryson Corbin.
Interesting to see is empty backfield again, Blake.
And wanting to throw the football up by 28. Edwards has to roll out to the right, looks for a man, fires it downfield, and throws it away. Wanted Williams, couldn't get it. That stops the clock.
Just kind of strange. Come out and you had the ball at the 46-yard line, not running the football there, trying to keep the clock running. They must be working on something anyway.
They've got, hopefully, 2 weeks of very similar results to this. Jones in the game, Edwards, screen pass, and Jackson's hit immediately. Back at the 45-yard line is where they'll mark him.
Yeah, they had a missed block out there, and that's why he was hit immediately.
And the Reddies go 3 and out. They'll send out Robertson for the 3rd time today to punt it away. Robertson back on his own 30-yard line. Slayed the blank back on his own 15. We'll see if Robertson can catch lightning in a bottle twice into the wind. Like to put some topspin on this one. A chance to. It'll bounce at the 18. Take a high hop and a neutral roll. Be down to the 14-yard line, and we'll take a timeout on the field. 13:22 to play. Reddies 35, UAM 7. We're back after this. It's Reddie Football on the Henderson State Sports Network.
Java Primo, where amazing coffee is just the beginning. Visit Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia, on Central Avenue in Hot Springs, and on the Square in Magnolia. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, gifts, or desserts, Java Primo has something amazing for everyone. Shop for gifts and gift cards for your favorite Reddie online 24/7 at javaprimo.com.
$13:22 left in this one. Reddies on top 35-7. And go 3 and out in their first offensive possession of the 4th quarter. And did not take much time at all. Maybe a minute and a half or so. Get everyone back out on the field and ready for play. UAM takes over again. They'll be moving toward the scoreboard here in this 4th quarter. Brown will start out in an empty backfield as well. You know that UAM's going to try to spread it out and lengthen this game a little bit.
Down 4 scores.
Want to at least make it look respectable. Brown 7-step drop, steps up and is slung down. And a pumped up Jacoby Shell. And we've got a man down as well.
Don't know who it is.
It might be Gary.
I don't see him out there, so that's, I don't see a 0, so that must be him.
And they've at least got him rolled over onto his back at the moment. Last thing you want to see in a game like this at this moment in time. Not really an overly competitive matchup.
Everything quiet. He's still down. And he's starting to sit up. Had athletic trainer Rob Redding down there. Assistant athletic director. Now he's up to his feet, and they're going to help him off the field. I think he just tweaked that ankle a little bit.
Looks like that right ankle he's favoring pretty heavily. He'll get some teammates to help him off the field. Both teams scored on their first possession in Searcy. It's 7-3 Harding. Of course, just underway.
Looks like Northwestern Oklahoma and OBU or Oklahoma Baptist are at halftime, 13-7.
2nd down and 15 for the Weevils. Brown Brown out of the shotgun. They'll look. Nothing doing. That clock continues to run. We're under 13 minutes to play. Brown looks to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Held. Throws one off one foot. Incomplete. And the Weevils again got away with a bit of a hold.
Be 3rd and long. They're behind the sticks again. Blake, so far, the Reddies, 6 sacks, 11 tackles for lost yardage.
It's a pretty good day at the office, especially when you know that the opposing quarterback is really the only player you have to concern yourself
Right.
with.
Only person you have to contain, and they've done that.
3rd down and 15 from the 9. Brown with an empty backfield. 3 receivers on the wide side of the field. Reddies blitz over the middle, complete, and down immediately.
Brian Hammond, great job to keep him right there, and he made the immediate hit to force 4th down.
Looks like Jaquel Allen on the reception, but it's still 4th down. Again, McKnight finds his way onto the field. He's had a very busy afternoon. Probably get to ice that leg. Kick to the laces down. High, wobbly, fair catch made at the 48-yard line. And it looks like we'll play on. 11:51 where the clock sits. 35-7 in favor of the Reddies. With the football. Edwards comes out again, as does Davis.
Let's run the football a little bit. But start taking time off the clock. There you go.
Handoff Davis, left side, bounces to the edge, gets into enemy territory and down to the 45-yard line. Gain of 7 will bring up 2nd down and 3.
That's what you want to do. Get 5 to 7 yards a chunk, take 40 seconds off the clock, keep it running. Get this one over with. Everybody goes home celebrating homecoming.
Always nice to get a win on your own field on homecoming. Edwards out of the shotgun on 2nd down and 3. He'll fake the handoff, wants to throw. A lot of pressure. Goes left side, wide open. Davis, but it was overthrown.
The way he had him to.
Wide open.
That would have been touchdown number 5 of the game.
Third down and 3, clock stops at 11:13. This one, Edwards barking out directions. He'll go back into the pistol, standing on the 50-yard line. Handoff, Davis right side, finds a hole, has the 1st down and a little bit more.
Keep that clock running.
To the 41-yard line, will keep it winding.
Reddies now, they're in no hurry, up 5-4 scores. Well, it'll be a good rebound after last week. And like you say, 2 more, last road game next week, and then come back home for the final 2 home games.
It's gone by very quickly. Fakes the handoff. Edwards rolling right. Now takes off on his own. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Another Reddie down. Boy, we've had a lot of people down today for both teams.
Several stoppages in play for injured players. It's on the offensive lineman.
Usually don't see that many, but I think we've had.
That's Blaze Smith, the left guard, who was pulling on the play.
Seems we've had about 7 or 8 stoppages for injuries today.
Not a good thing. Now he'll be able to be helped up, make his way back onto the field. Over to the sideline.
Southeastern Southwest Oklahoma at halftime, 9-7.
Old school battle of attrition.
He's on that ankle very gingerly.
You certainly don't want your starting left guard, especially one with as much experience as Blaze Smith has, to go out. That's your quarterback's blind side. They've got to be solid. Now they'll move Weatherford over to left guard. And they'll have Derek Carter come in and play right guard. Clock winds, second down and 10-13 to play. It's 35-7 Reddies. Edwards has his 3 receivers in the formation. Also has Dylan Jones in the game. The screen play to Jackson. Bounces outside. That one's coming back. And knocked down out of bounds at the 35, but this one definitely coming back.
Yeah, they're going to call a hold.
Holding on the offense, number 88, 10-yard penalty, still second down.
That's Bryson Corbin. He's looking like, what'd I do?
You held him, son.
Yeah.
It's part of it.
When 2 flags come in on you, you know you've done wrong.
Second down and 20 from the Reddie 49-yard line. Designed run play for Edwards, and that one goes exactly nowhere.
Now, 3rd and long. 3rd and 19.
Got to get all the way to the UAM 31, and you'd like to kill some time off as well.
We can snap at about 9 minutes. Been an uneventful 4th quarter.
Very much so. Ja'Cory Williams in motion. The handoff instead to Dylan Jones. He has nowhere to go, and he is swallowed up. And out comes the punt unit again for the Reddies.
Trevante Bond leading the charge for Monticello. I don't think the Reddies are trying to do anything fancy. Don't want to turn the ball over or anything up 4 scores. Just being very conservative, taking clock down.
Trusting your defense to do their job, which they have quite a bit today. And now Zach Baker hands Andrew Edwards the orange jersey. Looks like if the Reddies get the ball back, Baker will be the one to take it.
Yeah.
UAM will take over on their own 13-yard line. Missed the punt. I was too busy watching the exchange of the quarterbacks there.
Right. I think it was a 39-yard punt by Robertson.
Pretty good. Not as good as the one that pinned UAM back at the 1. Brown designed run play, hit multiple times and finished off by 𝗬𝗦𝗦𝗖𝗥𝗜𝗕𝗏 Robinson. Looked like Jabril was in there as well. And
somebody's helmet fell off again.
That was Brown. He'll have to come off the field for a play. Buddy Taylor will come in as quarterback. He played at least 1 full game earlier this season as Brown was battling an injury. back in September, early in the season.
I'd almost say, if I was coach, take Brown out. Let's just
don't want to get him hurt. You've still got
a few games, you know.
So Taylor in. He's got Rhodes as his running back. He's going to throw. He's going to throw it deep. That one's anybody's ball, and it lands on the turf just past the outstretched arm of Damon Burns.
Brown's coming back in.
He's a gamer. He wants to be in there. He wants to be the leader of this team.
Well, his last year, he wants to finish strong.
They finished with Southern Arkansas the last week of the season. They have Oklahoma Baptist at home, and then they're at Southern Nazarene, and then they're home for Southern Arkansas to finish the season. So winnable games except for that last one. An empty backfield on 3rd down and 7. Brown wants to throw. Hit as he throws. That ball's wobbly, and it's intercepted. Boy, that one was, give all the credit in the world to the defensive front who caused that one. Jalen Powell comes away with the interception, the North Alabama transfer.
Well, I saw all the guns coming out as it's duck hunting season as that one was thrown. The duck hunters was out here, the duck call, they were ready to shoot it down because that's exactly what it was. And
a glorified punt from that distance.
Yeah, that is. I mean, that's as good as a punt, really.
Reddies get the ball, their own 49-yard line.
Looks like Zach Baker in.
Baker in, Dylan Jones in at running back. Easter's going to take that primary receiver spot. Robbie Williams. So Jalen Hicks out there. Handoff goes to Jones across midfield and to the 49. Julian Clark also out as a receiver. They're stacked up in trips on the near side. .6:49 to play in this one. Reddies 35, Bull Weevils 7.
Just trying to get it over with.
Jones in motion, sets up behind Baker, now Baker keeps it on the read option up to the 45-yard line. He'll make it 3rd down and 4.
Like to pick up a 1st down here. Keep the offense possession, keep the clock rolling. Defense picked up an interception for you.
We're down at 4. Reddy stacked in tight. Toss sweep. Jones going to try to get it. He will get close to it, probably about a yard short, maybe a yard and a half.
Let's see if we go for it. Or at their 42. Why not?
You're not going to net that much on
the punt, and you're up by 4 scores, and you're at 5:45. So
you get this one, you can probably take it down close to the 2-minute timeout.
You don't have to snap it till about 5:20 if you don't want to.
Gallagher in motion. He sets up as an H-back. Handoff to Jones.
There we go.
He's got it across the 40, drags a man down all the way to the 36-yard line. First down as the clock will run. It'll be under 5 minutes by the next snap.
Like you said, the Reddies could probably get it down to right about 2 minutes.
If they take as much time off the clock as they can per each play. Gallagher in motion again. The handoff goes to Jalen Abraham up to the 31-yard line, or 32 rather, a 4-yard gain. On first down, they can take it down.
Looks like another Reddie. Oh no, Bull Weevil. He's coming up limping. And
Probably Keith Wells.
Yeah, I think it's Keith Wells.
Baker in the shotgun, Abraham with him here on second down. Read option, Abraham gets it again and gets a yard, 2 yards out of it up to the 30-yard line. Ran that one a little quick, I thought, and they're just now under 4 minutes to play.
Yeah, you take it down to about 3.5 minutes. You know, you get a couple, another first down or so, and you could just probably run this out.
Baker, play fake, rolls left, looking out toward the boundary, almost intercepted. Good job getting a hand on the pass there, 𝗦𝗦𝗕𝗦𝗢𝗕𝗏.
Baker has to come across his body. That's a hard pass to complete right there.
Very difficult.
So 3.5 minutes on the nose, clock stopped.
Fourth down, looks like the Reddies will go for it again.
Well, you're on the 30.
10 yards difference. That's not going to make too much of a mess.
No.
You give UAM probably their best starting field position of the game. Throws out to the boundary.
Oh, there's the flag.
That's a flag. That's a good flag.
No doubt. He hit him before the ball, so that'll be first down.
And that will certainly get the ball down, get the clock down to the 2-minute timeout.
Pass interference on the defense. By rule, the ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Only the third penalty of the day for Monticello.
Not a bad day at the office.
The Reddies, 6 penalties for 61 yards.
Something that still is plaguing the Reddies, just timely penalties above everything else. First down and 10. Now the rain starts to come down, and the people pull out the umbrellas and head for the exits. Jones gets back to the line of scrimmage on a off-tackle play to the left. Well, it's kind of happened all of a sudden, too. And it's the lightest the sky has been this half.
And they'll take it down to under 3 minutes.
Baker's got to be careful not to go too quickly.
Yeah, well, I understand him. You know,
he wants to get as many plays in as possible, sure. 2 backs, 3 receivers. Handoff right side. Jones now cuts back up the middle. He's got the first down and more. 15-10. Tripped up inside the 5. Down to the, they're going to mark him at the 3-yard line, it looks like.
Yeah, and they got to run one more play before the 2-minute warning. And
off up the middle and in. Touchdown, Reddies. Dylan Jones gets to finish what he started there. And the Reddies strike again. Now 41-7 still with the extra point to come.
Well, we said the Reddies get nearly 500 yards. How about this, Blake? 478 yards. 232 passing, 246 rushing.
Extra point by King is good. Nice and balanced. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the Ready Kickoff here on the Henderson State Sports Network.
Brookshire's proudly supports the Henderson State Reddies football team. At Brookshire's, you can save on fuel or groceries with your points, where every dollar you spend earns you 1 point. Plus, score big with meat that is cut fresh daily and enjoy lower prices on the freshest produce. In a hurry? Let us do the shopping for you with our convenient curbside online ordering and pickup. Visit Brookshires.com to place your order today. Brookshire's, your ultimate tailgating destination. Go Reddies and go Brookshires.
.229 to play, and the rain has started to come down. You can tell it is affecting the turf a little bit, especially in the darker sections. You can see a little almost as if it's against the grain of the turf there. The Reddies have not had their parade rained on today. 2:29 to play, 42-7. Still got the 2-minute timeout. We'll take a 1-minute break when that comes.
478 yards of offense for the Reddies, 151 for Monticello.
Just a great job by the Reddie defense, especially the boys up front.
And they've tripled UAM's total. That'll be a touchback.
Over and kick
Nope.
lands 4 yards deep. It will indeed be a touchback.
So they'll run one play unless it's an incomplete pass, and then we'll go to the 2-minute warning.
Plenty of time. Hopefully the Reddies will not have to come back out on offense except to kneel the ball down to end the game.
If they end up coming back on at all, you know.
At some point you've got to, if you're Monticello, you've just got to accept it, that this one's over. Buddy Taylor in at quarterback, so that's a pretty sure sign that they have got the white flag on the pole and they're at least holding it at half staff.
Slowly raising it. Well, he's going to pass it.
Go to the air if he can. Throws it well out of the reach of his intended target, 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗦𝗖𝗥𝗜𝗕𝗘.
Well, Northwestern Oklahoma still on top, 13-7 here in the third quarter. Start of the third quarter, Southern Naz leads East Central 16-7. Start of the third quarter, 9-7, Southeastern over Southwestern Oklahoma. Third quarter, 21-0. Ouachita
scored all three of those touchdowns in the first half. On the handoff, Bullock goes up, gets up to almost the 30. Be third down and just over 5. Any update on Harding and Southern Arkansas? I've stopped getting my text updates.
Let's see. We'll have that for you when
we will indeed take the 2-minute timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute with that score and maybe a few more if we're lucky. You're listening to Reddie Football on the Henderson State Sports Network.
Hey, future Reddies. Are you interested in a career in technology? Henderson State University offers degrees in aviation, computer science, and engineering. Visit hsu.edu/degrees to see the full list of degree opportunities. We are here to help you be ready for what's next. Contact us at admissions@hsu.edu or visit hsu.edu/reddies to apply today or schedule a campus visit.
Apparently, you've been ordering Domino's new bread twists as a decoy to keep others away from your pizza. Only you suddenly wanted more bread twists for yourself. There are worse things than choosing between either pizza or warm dunkable bread twists in flavors like Parmesan, garlic, and cinnamon, like deciding between going to the dentist or DMV. So when it comes to giving you the best tasting problem you've ever had, sorry, you're welcome.
Order any 2 or more of Domino's new bread twists or medium 2-topping pizzas for $5.99 each. 2-item minimum. Handmade pan pizzas may be extra. You must ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, delivery area, and charges may vary.
Third down and 6 for UAM here, 2 minutes to play. The team that took over at number 1, never mind, should be a flag down, should be a free play. Taylor will go back and
there's a flag.
Fall down. That should be a 5-yard offside penalty.
Well, early in the second quarter, I said it was going to happen. Harding, you did too. Harding 21, Southern Arkansas 3.
Offside on the defense, number 96. 5-yard penalty, still third down.
Halftime score, the team that took over number 1 from Harding when they lost, Grand Valley State, trails number 4 Ferris State 13-0 at the half. That one, of course, going to be a low-scoring affair. Ferris State's defense, I remember several years ago they came to Ouachita for a playoff game and were absolutely disgustingly dominant up front. Pitt State up 28-14 on Central Oklahoma at the half. Pitt State number 3 in the country, Central Oklahoma number 6. Handoff, Bullock tripped up. He's got the first down up to the 38-yard line.
And the clock continues to roll.
As it should. I mean, at 47.
I'll stop until he sets the box, and they've done it.
Taylor takes the snap. He'll want to throw. He wants to throw it deep. Got a man, overthrows him. Intercepted again by the Reddies. And falling backwards is Bryant Hammond, who takes it away. Might have gotten away with some interference there, but the Reddies will take probably take 3 knees, and we'll head out. Another Harding touchdown.
100-yard touchdown.
On a punt return?
Yep.
Kendall Allen, he's dangerous.
100-yard punt return. Muffed by Johnny Woods at the SAU 10, recovered by H.U. Allen. It was a no yards. Yeah, it was a muffed punt, and it was recovered.
Oh, it was recovered and went in the end zone.
We had it marked wrong there on the play-by-play, and now they've changed it. Now Reddy's going to take a knee and call it a ball game.
He'll probably take them 3 to get to where they need to. As Baker will take the first. And he will stay well away until that play clock gets down into a more favorable position.
You can take it down to 50 seconds and snap it, and then that'll be it.
And then you just take it under 40 and then snap it whenever you want. Another knee, 47 seconds.
So
now
one
they
more.
can get right back up on the ball, count to about 5, snap it, take a knee, and give the Reddies the homecoming victory. Now inside of 40 seconds, so it's whenever they're ready. Something of note, Troy, neither team used a timeout in the second half either. Only one non-challenge timeout was taken in this ball game. 20 seconds, Baker takes a knee, and that will do it from Arkadelphia today. Final score, Reddies 42, UAM 7. We'll be back in 90 seconds with your postgame show on the Henderson State Sports Network.
Dear past, present, and future football watchers, we know, you've heard the news, football is back, just how you remember it. Tailgates with an ice-cold Pepsi in hand? Totally back. That between-play sprint to the fridge for more Pepsi is back, baby. I've really missed this. Anyways, you're probably wondering why we're writing you. Well, football isn't the only thing that's back. Date nights, family reunions, all those appointments you've been putting off. They're starting to clog up the calendar and getting in the way of what should be a whole lot of football watching. So consider this your official excuse for always putting football watching first, courtesy of Pepsi. That haircut appointment? Your mom told us you look great, so you should probably reschedule. Seeing the in-laws for the first time in ages.
It's been so long.
Nope, sorry, Susan, not if it's on Sunday. Long story short, after the year we've all had, we think you could use a little football watching. So crack open a Pepsi and cheer your football watching face off. With love, Pepsi. Made for football watching. That's what I like.
The Southwest Auto Collection in Arkadelphia is a proud sponsor of Henderson State Athletics. We offer the best American-made vehicles: Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. We have the largest selection and lowest prices, and we're the only dealer who'll give you tires for life with every new car you purchase. Come see the Southwest Auto Collection at 10th Street in Arkadelphia, or go online at idriveswa.com. The Southwest Auto Collection in Arkadelphia.
Welcome into the Hampton Inn postgame show. When you travel, it matters where you stay, and that's why the Reddies choose Hampton Inn, the official hotel of Reddie Athletics. Stay at the Hampton Inn of Arkadelphia to enjoy their free Wi-Fi, complimentary hot breakfast, and spacious rooms. Hampton Inn, we love having you here. The Reddies with a big win on homecoming today, bouncing back from last week's loss to take it 42-7. And Troy, even in spite of the slow start, this game was pretty much all Reddies from the get-go.
Yeah, once Monticello tied it up there early in the second period, Henderson just took total control of the game. I think going in for the touchdown, fumbled in the end zone. They got the ball on the touchback, a penalty, and they scored. And that's the only positive thing for UAM, to be honest with you. I mean, Reddies record 11 tackles for loss, 6 sacks. They came in ranked 10th in sacks in the league. So, I mean, that'll definitely move up the scale. 475 yards of offense balance, 232 passing, 243 rushing, and they held Monticello to 159 yards of offense. Big thing is they held Brown 9 of 15 passing, 102 yards, and the guy that rushed for over 200 yards last week against Arkansas Tech, he ran the ball 22 times for 30 yards, 1.4 yards per average. So they did exactly what they needed to do, was contain him.
They did everything they needed to do to take care of business today and made sure that homecoming would start a new potential losing streak for UAM. It's time to name our Hostess Player of the Game. Hostess is proudly creating job opportunities here in Clark County. Be sure to try one of their Twinkies, donuts, or jumbo honey buns today. And Troy, I'm going to let you pick, but I think it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, Edwards, 26 of 33 passing, 232 yards, 4 touchdowns, completed 79% of his passes, 178 QB rating, and he also had 8 rushes for 79 yards. I think all around, after he got through, I think a little frustration early, he just settled down and really managed the game well and spun the ball well. I think he did a great job.
And that defense as well, we talked about, all-time UAM averages 15.5 points a game against the Reddies. And that's in, when is this? Today was the 89th meeting of the two schools. And that average is going to go down for the second year in a row. That's the big Reddie win at home on homecoming day. And that will do it for us from Carpenter Haygood Stadium this afternoon. Our next broadcast will go next Saturday, November the 2nd. We'll be all the way in Alva, Oklahoma.
Have fun.
Closer to Denver than my own house.
I'll be doing the high school state volleyball championships, and Brandy Dixon and I will be listening to you, and we'll try to watch as much as we can, but we will definitely be listening to you call another great Reddie win.
Hopefully another big Reddie win out in Alva. 2 o'clock kickoff on that one, so we'll be on the air at 1 o'clock with the Domino's pregame show there. So for all of us at Henderson State University, for my broadcast partner Troy Mitchell, and for Lance Larkin back at the studio, this is Blake Smith signing off, saying good night, go Reddies, and thanks for listening to Reddie Football on the Henderson State Sports Network.